Live on a Friday afternoon, it's Utah Grizzlies hockey, as it's the first of a three-game weekend series between the Grizzlies and the Newfoundland Growlers. Hi, everybody. I'm Tyson Whiting. Welcome to Utah Grizzlies hockey here on this Friday afternoon. Apparently, it's a blizzard over in Newfoundland, as there's not going to be many people in attendance, as I guess everybody is spending the entire day indoors or shoveling snow. As for the Grizzlies, they got there earlier this morning, and they'll take on the Growlers in the first of a three-game set. Utah is still looking for their first road victory of the year. As for Newfoundland, they are 7-4-1 at home. It's going to be a long road trip for the Grizzlies. It's the first of 9 straight road games, and it's the fourth meeting this season between the Grizzlies and Growlers. Remember, Newfoundland was at Mavericks Center on Thanksgiving week, and the Grizzlies won 2 out of 3 games in the set. Utah won 4-1 on November 22nd as Dakota Raby had 1 goal and 1 assist, and Trent Miner stopped 29 of 30. And then on Black Friday, Mick Messner had 2 goals and 1 assist, and Nathan Burke had 1 goal and 2 assists, and Kyle Mayhew and Brett Stapley each had 1 goal and 1 assist for the Grizzlies in the victory. And then on Saturday, November 25th, in the series finale, Newfoundland got a 2-0 victory as Luke Kavlin for the Growlers picked up a shutout. So it's going to be an interesting one tonight. Neil Shea had both goals in that November 25th victory for the Growlers. He'll be in there once again tonight wearing number 22. He's got 9 goals and 8 assists this season. Earlier this week, the league's all-star teams were announced. And for the Grizzlies, it's Kyle Mayhew going to the all-star game. Mayhew this season has 6 goals and 11 assists, and he's certainly played great hockey for the Grizzlies. He's a +3 on the year in 28 games, as he's certainly been an Iron Man for the Grizzlies all season, not only playing in every game, but playing significant minutes and playing a key role in each and every contest. As for Newfoundland, their all-star representative is Johnny Tykonik, who's a pretty good defenseman wearing number 20. He's got 4 goals and 24 assists in 30 games this season. So it should be a lot of fun. It's the Grizzlies and the Growlers meeting for the first of a 3-game set. Utah is 2-1 against Newfoundland this season, and they are 4-2 all-time. All 6 of those meetings taking place at Mavericks Center. It's the Grizzlies' first ever game over in Newfoundland, St. John's. So it should be an interesting one tonight as Grizzlies are over at Mary Brown Center. I am hanging out in the lobby at Mavericks Center. Really, we're in the Grizz Cave right next to the Grizzlies team store at Mavericks Center, and hopefully I'll have a decent video feed to describe all the action. When we come back, we'll give you the lineups for both teams as we're in business on a Friday afternoon, and you're listening to the Grizzlies Hockey Network, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower-than-low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
It's the Grizzlies and Growlers meeting in a blizzard outside at Mary Brown Center, and that's why there's not many people in attendance tonight as the Grizzlies take on Newfoundland in the first of a 3-game set. Let's get to the lineups for both teams. First, for the visiting Utah Grizzlies, who are led by third-year head coach Ryan Kanaswich. His assistant is Christian Horn. Utah's got a record of 11-17 this year. They're 11-6 at Mavericks Center. The Grizzlies did sweep Tulsa in a 3-game set last weekend at Mavericks Center, and the finale of that set was this past Sunday, where they won 1-0 behind a 32-save shutout from Dante Januzzi. Januzzi's going to be the starting goaltender this afternoon. He is 6'1" and 190 pounds. He's got a record of 4-10 with one shutout, which came this past Sunday. It's the second shutout by the Grizzlies this season. Oddly enough, they were both on Sunday afternoons against Tulsa at Maverick Center, and both games finished up with 1-0 scores. Januzzi's got a 3.11 goals against average and .906 save percentage. The backup goaltender will be Will Cranley, as it appears the injury he suffered on Saturday, the lower body injury, wasn't overly significant, and he'll be the backup goaltender tonight, and hopefully he'll play at some point in this series. The starting defensive pairing for the Grizzlies, Brian Youn's in there. He's got a +4 rating, which leads all Grizzly skaters. He has 2 goals and 9 assists in 28 games. He'll be wearing number 4. He'll be paired up with Quinn Wickers, who's 6'4" and 215 pounds. Wickers in 8 games for the Grizzlies this year has 1 goal and 3 assists and a +1 rating. The other defensemen we'll see tonight include Josh Wesley, who scored the game's only goal on Sunday in Utah's 1-0 victory over Tulsa. He'll be paired up next to the All-Star Kyle Mayhew, who's wearing number 27, which was his college number. Mayhew in 28 games this year has 6 goals and 11 assists and a +3 rating. We will also see the Arizona State product Jacob Semick in there wearing number 17. He'll be paired up with Jordan Stone, who's making his 16th appearance this season. Stone, third year with the Grizzlies, is wearing number 19, 6'2" and 209 pounds. So the starting defensive pairing once again is Youn and Wickers. We also see Mayhew, Wesley, as well as Semick and Stone. Starting forwards for the Grizz, Dylan Fitz, who's a native of Ontario. In 13 games this year, Fitz has 3 goals and 3 assists. He's wearing number 13, 6'2" and 203 pounds. Adam Berg's in the starting lineup. Berg scored a goal this past Saturday. It was the Optum first goal of the game score last Saturday in Utah's 5-2 victory over Tulsa. Everybody make your pick as to who's going to score first for the Grizzlies in the Optum first goal of the game contest. Berg is 6'1" and 190 pounds. He has 3 goals and 2 assists in 16 games. And the Grizzlies Iron Man Tyler Penner is in the lineup. Penner wearing number 21. This will be his, well, you got to do the math now because we're going up there out towards 200 games if you count the playoffs consecutively for the Grizzlies. And for Tyler Penner, it is his 173rd straight game in the regular season, 197 if you count the playoffs. He'll be wearing number 21. Penner this season has 3 goals and 1 assist. He is 5'11" and 182 pounds. The other forwards we're expected to see include the forward line of J.C. Campagna, who has 1 goal and 4 assists in 7 games. Mick Messner might have been the Grizzlies' best forward against Newfoundland on Thanksgiving week. Messner, remember, had 2 goals and 2 assists in 3 games. And he had the 2 shorthanded goals that were critical to the Grizzlies' success in a 5-3 victory over Newfoundland on Black Friday, November 24th. And Brandon Cutler is going to be in there for the Grizz. He's got 10 goals and 10 assists in 28 games. We'll see Campagna, Messner, and Cutler. We will also see Dakota Raby, who had 1 goal and 1 assist on November 22nd against Newfoundland. He'll be paired up next to Brett Stapley, who leads the Grizzlies with 19 assists and 24 points this year. And Cole Gallant, the Western Michigan product. Gallant this season has 7 goals and 13 assists in 28 games. And he's coming off an outstanding December where Cole Gallant had 16 points in 15 games in the month, 16 points, 5 goals, and 11 assists in December. So we'll see Raby, Stapley, and Gallant in there for the Grizzlies. And we'll also see Aaron Aragon, who had a goal list this past Saturday. Aragon, 4 goals and 4 assists in 22 games. And we also see Cody Caron in there for the Grizzlies tonight. So the starting forwards are Fitz, Berg, and Penner, but we will also see Cutler, Messner, and Campagna, as well as Raby, Stapley, and Gallant, and Caron, and Aaron Aragon. For the homestanding Newfoundland Growlers, who are wearing a white jersey with black numbers, a little bit of gold mixed in, they're led by goaltender Dryden McKay, who's making his 9th appearance this year. McKay has a record of 3-4-1 with a 3.50 goals against average and .894 save percentage. Growlers this season overall have a record of 14-12-4. They're 7-4-1 at home. They're led by head coach Matt Cook, who's in his first season with the club. Cook, a former longtime NHL player who appeared in over 1,000 games. Starting defensive pairing, David Ferentz. David Ferentz wearing number 4, first time he's played against the Grizzlies. This will be his 9th game this season. He has no points and a -6 rating. Brennan Kapchek is also in the lineup, and it's also the first time he's played against the Grizzlies. Kapchek played in 58 games with Newfoundland last year, scoring 5 goals and 25 assists. He was just brought back to the Growlers this past week on December 28th. I guess that was a Thursday, so he's been with the Growlers now for 8 days, but he'll make his season debut for Newfoundland wearing number 5. So starting defensive pairing is Ferentz and Kapchek. Starting forwards, Jackson Berezowski wearing number 7. He has 23 points in 23 games, 9 goals and 14 assists, and a +5 rating. One of the Growlers' best forwards in the series in November was Tate Singleton, the Ohio State product. He has 8 goals and 12 assists in 29 games. And Grant Cruikshank, who's their leading goal scorer this year with 13 on the season. Cruikshank a +3, and he's going to be wearing number 19. Also watch out for Zach O'Brien, who has 22 points in 19 games. O'Brien, one of the best players in the league over the last 5 years. And Isaac Johnson, who's wearing number 23. Johnson has 11 goals and 17 assists in 18 games. It's the Grizzlies and the Growlers will come back and have face-off next on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountainland Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountainland Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Schwab tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Expectations here will always remain high, and we'll continue to find a way.
Guys put together a lot of good games, you know.
Great night for hockey as 2 big standings points are on the line as the Grizzlies take on the Newfoundland Growlers in the first of a 3-game baseball-style weekend series. I'm Tyson Whiting. We got a good goaltending matchup. Dryden McKay is in net for Newfoundland. He's got a 3.50 goals against average and .894 save percentage. For the Grizzlies, it's Dante Januzzi wearing number 73, fresh off a 32-save shutout against the Tulsa Oilers. Grizzlies skating from right to left as we see it from Flow Sports, and please, I beg for some forgiveness as we're only allowed to see what we can see on the Flow Sports screen, and we're at their mercy. Grizzlies win the draw. Dylan Fitz dumps it in. Fitz is out there with Penner and Berg. Grizz in a black jersey with white numbers, professional green trim as Newfoundland gets it. Grizzlies back at center ice will drive it back in. Goes back to the Growlers, who will chip it towards Brennan Kapchek, number 5. He was just brought back to the Growlers after playing in 58 games last year as the Growlers gain center ice and dump it in. As a 2-on-2 battle in the near corner, a half-minute in. No one's taken a shot yet as the Growlers throw it to the far circle. Burke picks it off, and he'll clear it out. Adam Berg will clear it out. Nathan Burke a scratch tonight. Growlers will feed it out to center ice. And Now the Grizzlies have it deep in their own end, as already camera operators have lost the puck a couple times. Grizzlies, 50 seconds in, Josh Wesley in his first shift of the night. Wesley scored the only goal on Sunday in the 1-0 victory. Wesley, long-range pass doesn't connect, and it's going to be icing on the Grizzlies as we get our first whistle 58 seconds in. Everybody make your pick for the Optum first goal of the game as to who's going to score first for Utah. Optum is committed to making healthcare work better, leading the way to better experiences, better health, and lower costs for you. I'm going with Cole Gallant to score first for the Grizzlies tonight. Brett Stapley will take the draw against Todd Skirving. Skirving played in a handful of games for the Grizzlies in the 2017-2018 season. Skirving wearing the C, wins the draw over to the right point. Lefty shot, glove saved by Januzzi. That shot was taken by Johnny Tykonik, who is the Growlers all-star representative. For the Grizzlies, it's Kyle Mayhew, who's going to the all-star game on January 15th. The game's going to be played in Savannah, Georgia. Stapley's taking the draw. He had 6 points in 3 games last week, 2 goals, 4 assists. Growlers win the face-off, left point. Lefty shot goes wide as it ricochets off the end boards towards the right side. Isaac Johnson will feed it over to the corner. Now back to Johnson as he dances around. Johnson, wearing number 23, makes a nice move around Mayhew. Now Johnson behind the net, skates towards the far side. Stapley pokes it away. It rolls towards the far side. Grizz have it, and they advance it to center. Utah gains center ice and backhands it in as Cole Gallant chases after it. Puck back towards Stapley. He's in the near corner. Stapley surveys as he'll drag it up top to the left point. Lefty shot saved by McKay as a shot was taken by Jacob Semick up top as McKay makes a routine save, and we get a whistle about a minute and a half in. Apparently there was a blizzard in Newfoundland, so much so that they had to make a post earlier today letting everybody know that the game was still on, and that's why we have a pretty sparse crowd over in Newfoundland. Nick Messner will take the draw against Keenan Southers. Southers is a huge guy, 6'8" and 245 pounds. Southers wins the faceoff. As a Growler skate from left to right as we see it on Flow Sports. Right wing pass connects as Southers gets it. He skates along the near goal line, fans on a lefty shot, and he glides slowly towards Januzzi, who covers up as he stops play. Jordan Stone out there as Southers really made a nice move. Looks like for a guy that's 6'8" and 245 pounds, he moves pretty well. We're still early on as we've had a few whistles, and we might end up seeing literally every single person in attendance tonight on Flow Sports. Messner will take the draw against Brock Caulfield, the brother of Cole Caulfield, the Montreal Canadiens star. Grizzlies won the draw, throw it out to the right point. It's kept in by the Growlers' Southers. He'll feed it off the end boards as Messner behind Utah's net as Stone drags down a Growler. Puck towards the far side as over in the corner. 2-on-2 battle as Messner's over there. Puck center. Lefty shot saved by Januzzi. Rebound goes out to the right corner as the Growlers back behind Utah's net as they've taken the first 2 shots of the game. Actually, both teams look like they've taken 2 shots left side. They'll bounce off the boards. Southern couldn't reach it as goes behind Utah's net towards the far side. Now they feed it up top, but nobody was home as the Growlers might have been in the middle of a line change. Grizzlies will switch things up 2.5 minutes in. Still no score. Looks like both teams have taken 2 shots. As Growlers lose it, Grizzlies in the attack zone. Cody Cron over in the far boards, or near boards, as he gets hit in the left side as Growlers took it away. As Newfoundland gets to center ice, Tate Singleton dumps it in. Singleton's got great speed. Brian Yoon cuts out in front of him, but both guys over the skate the puck. Yoon and Singleton as battle along the near wall. Jordan Escott, number 17, getting active with Aaron Aragon. The puck squirts towards the middle and goes back to Utah as we're 3 minutes in. Utah feeds out the center ice. It bounced off of Aragon's stick. Aragon gets it back from Singleton. He'll dump it into the Growler zone. Newfoundland gets it as they skate from left to right. As Growlers get to center ice, left wing pass bounces off a Grizzly. It stays at neutral ice. Singleton gets to the Utah blue line, and he fires it in as it rolls along the boards. Januzzi cuts it off. Grizzlies get to center ice, and Quinn Wickers fires into the right corner. Adam Berg chases after it. He collides with a Growler. Newfoundland gets the puck. Growlers in a white jersey tonight. Move it ahead along the left side. Growlers gets the line and dump it in deeper as Mayhew behind the boards battles. Growlers get the puck. They feed it up top. It goes to the high slot as I think that's Nolan Dillingham moves it ahead. Now it goes across to Tykonik, right side. Tykonik dances around. He gets around Adam Berg. He's along the near goal line as Tykonik gets bounced by Berg. As Tykonik goes on 2 knees, Grizzlies get the puck and they'll chip it out to center. Utah across the red line. They fire it in. Dylan Fitz along the near boards will backhand it around the wall as right side. as Stapley has a bounce off his stick, and the Growlers move it out to center. It tapped off a Growler stick as Utah gains the line. Brett Stapley skates towards the near circle. Stapley skates in. Righty shot goes just wide. McKay might have gotten a piece of it as the puck goes back along the near wall. Utah gallops after it as Grizz get pushed along the wall. And now it's a 2-on-2 battle. As the puck squirts out to the left point, it goes to Mayhew. He feeds it to the near circle. It's picked off by Newfoundland as they get to center ice. 2-on-2. Growlers look to center it. Pass connects, but they couldn't get a shot off. Now Singleton, right side, takes a shot that's blocked by a Grizzly stick. Singleton gets it back, feeds it across. Lefty shot saved by Januzzi. Grizzlies get it. They tap it out to center as Tyconic gathers it at the center ice logo. He'll backpedal into his own zones. He fires it off the near wing wall. Growlers gain the line and drop it off as Newfoundland gets spun around as Berezowski with a righty shot that's blocked away as the Growlers skate towards their right. And now they're in the slot as they get it poked away as Singleton fires it off the far wall. Grizzlies pitch it out to center. 2-on-2. Grizzlies gained the line, overskated. Now they get it back as Penner throws it to the far side. Now back to Penner. One-timer as blocked away. Puck behind the Growlers net as they throw it to the far side and they spread the ice. Newfoundland gets to center as we're 4.5 minutes in. Make that 5.5 minutes in. Still no score. Both teams have taken 2 shots. As battle behind Utah's net, Januzzi looks over his left shoulder. Grizzlies come out of the pile with a puck. Pass ahead to J.C. Campagna, who taps it off the near boards. Campagna chases after it. He gets at the near goal line. Now he wraps it around the wall. As Growlers gather the puck, they feed it out to the right side. Puck bounced off a stick, and it goes to Neil Shea, who gains the line. Shea throws to the left side. They drop it off. Lefty shot saved by Januzzi. Now far goal line, shot saved by Januzzi again. Growlers get the rebound. They get it up top. As David Ferentz drops off to somebody off the screen. They took a shot, and a lot of traffic out in front. It gets redirected as the Growlers skate towards Kapchek, drops it off. Right, lefty shot right side is blocked away. Grizzlies will tap it out to center. Growlers get it back at their blue line. It's David Ferentz, first time he's played against the Grizzlies, 9th game overall this season. He played with Chicago and Colorado in the AHL. Moves to the right side as Isaac Johnson gets to center. He carries it in and gets it poked away. Johnson's got 28 points in 18 games. Grizzlies cross center. Stapley fires it in as Dillingham chases after it. Dryden McKay throws to the far side. Grizzlies, right side. Shot goes wide as Growlers back to the far side. Somebody hiding behind the score bug as they feed it to the near corner 7 minutes in. Growlers get to center ice, passes wide of the mark. Utah enters the zone as they lay it out to the right point. Grizzlies throw it to the right circle. Righty shot is blocked away. I think that was taken by Penner, and Penner tried to center it. Growlers picking off as they cross center ice to Newfoundland. Puck goes back over towards Southers, who dumps it in as Grizzlies back at their goal line, spread the ice and change things up. 12:38 and counting left in the first. Still no score as Grizzlies skate from right to left here in the first period as we see on Flow Sports. Pass ahead connects. Grizzlies enter 3-on-3. Utah right circle. Lefty shot saved by McKay, and he holds on with 12:25 left in the first period. Well, Grizzlies off to a good start. No score. 7.5 minutes in on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
12:25 left in the first period. No score between the Grizzlies and Growlers. Newfoundland leads Utah 6-5 in the shot count. Keenan Southers has 4 shots already for Newfoundland. Brock Caulfield and Johnny Tyconic with 1 shot. Utah, 1 shot by 5 different players as Tyler Penner will take the draw against Grant Cruikshank, who leads the Growlers with 13 goals this year. Cruikshank wins the draw. Newfoundland skates from left to right in a white jersey with black numbers and a little bit of gold mixed in. Growlers skate in, left side, lefty shot. Saved by Januzzi, and he absorbs the body save as he holds on with 12-12 left in the first. It's tough to identify players, unfortunately, with this particular video feed. And unfortunately, when I try to go with the full screen on the laptop, the screen immediately freezes. So we're just trying to do the best we can with what we're given. Unfortunately, we're not given a ton here. Stapley will take the draw, as it's going to be Cruikshank for the Growlers. Boy, Stapley was one of the best players in the league last week with 2 goals and 4 assists in a 3-game sweep. Off the draw, shot is blocked away. As Stapley to the far side battles. As Yoon's in the area, Growlers look to center to bounce off a Wicker stick and flies back towards the far corner. Grizzlies still in their own zone. Try to move it ahead. And now the Grizz gets a center ice. And on one knee, they fire it in. Utah chases after it. Raby's in the area. He collides with a Growler. Newfoundland gets the puck as they'll tap it off the near glass. And a big-time hit at neutral ice delivered by Cole Gallant. Growlers skate along the right side, get around Semick, lefty shot. Saved by Januzzi, and Dante holds on. Great job by Januzzi as Newfoundland got a guy around Semick, was over in the right circle, and they skated towards their left to get a shooting angle, but Januzzi cut it off as he cut in front of the crease to make sure that he was able to absorb the save. So it looks like Dante Januzzi's been on top of his game here so far, and he's gotten consistent playing time over the last month and a half, and he's really been in a groove for the Grizzlies lately. As Caulfield takes a draw against Messner. Draw won by the Growlers. Lefty shot is blocked as Newfoundland doing a good job in the faceoff circle here so far in the first 8 minutes. Growlers center it. Utah picks it off. Grizz around Januzzi's net. Throws to Mayhew on the far side. Mayhew will backhand it to center ice for Wickers, who skates down the middle. Wickers to Campagna. Left wing. Lefty shot is blocked away by McKay. And the puck deflects out of play with 11:20 left in the first. Tough travel day for the Grizzlies, as obviously we're starting at an early time here in the Mountain Time Zone. Newfoundland is so far out east, they're in their own time zone, 3.5 hours ahead of the Mountain Time Zone. As taking the draw is Keenan Suthers, who already has 4 shots on goal. Messner will take the draw for Utah. Messner wins it. Campagna gets up top to Wesley, who skates towards his right. Wesley fires to the far circle. Messner battles. Puck goes to the Growlers, who get it out to center ice. Singleton lays it out, as skating in is Singleton, as he's to the right side, drops it off towards the middle, looking for Suthers, who couldn't get it. As Grizzlies, Josh Wesley will backhand it off the screen. Growlers chase after it. As taking it as Brennan Kapchek. First time he's played against the Grizzlies. 7th meeting overall between Utah and Newfoundland. Utah's 4-2 against them. First time in this building. As the Growlers skate in, Suthers right circle gets it taken away. Now Newfoundland near corner deep in their offensive zone. As Singleton over there, as well as Suthers. Adam Daw in the area. As Growlers trying to throw it to the near corner. Utah picks it off. They get to Raby, who moves it ahead off the screen. And it's taken back by the Growlers. Newfoundland skating from left to right. They cross center ice. Now they gain the line. They skate towards the left circle with speed. Growlers around Utah's net and now to the right side. They get it to the high slot. Tykonik, lefty shot, a score. Growlers get on the board first as Johnny Tykonik fired towards the net and went glove side past Januzzi as the Growlers all-star representative gets his 5th of the season. And halfway through the first period, the Growlers draw first blood. Just kind of a shot from the high slot, and Tykonik being one of the best defensemen in the league, and he's an all-star for a reason, as he just fired it past Januzzi for his 5th of the year. So about halfway through the first period, Growlers take a 1-0 lead. As Newfoundland's taken 9 shots on goal, as the first one past Januzzi. As Tate Singleton gets an assist, time of goal, 9:41 in. Growlers won the face-off, but it went between the defensemen. Now they get to center ice, and they wrap it around the board. Zach O'Brien out there, I believe, for the Growlers along the far goal line. As Grizzlies skate to the near side, Utah moves ahead to Berg, who shovels it out to the right side, and the Growlers back behind Utah's net. They get to the left side. It's back towards the point. Utah delivers a hit and divorces Newfoundland from the puck. Left wing, diagonal pass. Utah chases after it. Adam Berg deep in the Growlers zone. He collides along the glass with a Growler. 2-on-2 battle behind Newfoundland's net. Growlers come out of the pile with the puck as they get to the far side. As Newfoundland skates towards their right. Now they chip it to the left side. Just at neutral ice. Now the Grizzlies poke it back into Growlers territory at the Newfoundland blue line. Fitz dumps it in as it goes back to the Growlers, who've got good team speed. Raby in the area as Newfoundland skates around their net with the puck. As they move it ahead, picked off by Mayhew. Mayhew throws to the right side for Stapley. He'll take a shot, and it goes wide. As Stapley had a pretty good look from his college teammate. As Wesley over towards Raby. Puck goes back to Glon, who loses it in the near corner. Growlers will carry it out to center ice. Newfoundland let right wing pass to Johnson, who tried to get it back towards Singleton. The give and go as the puck glides towards Januzzi, who covers up. 9 minutes left in the first period. Growlers take a 1-0 lead as Johnny Tykonik got his 5th of the year, with Tate Singleton getting his 13th assist. We're back in 1 minute. Growlers lead 1-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountainland Truck Outfitters has got...
Check that. I thought we were going to timeout. We'll keep it here. Messner will take the draw against Grant Cruikshank. Cruikshank wearing number 19, and even 9 minutes left in the first period. Utah wins the draw. Mayhew moves it ahead as Grizzlies cross center. Messner, rink-wide pass connects. Grizzlies skate along the right side, but Newfoundland took it away as the Growlers move it ahead, and Utah pokes it back towards the center red line as a battle right in front of Utah's bench, which is on the right side of center ice. Grizzlies gather it as they enter the zone, but they're offside as Messner skated towards his left before crossing the blue line, and another forward had already entered. So it's hard to tell if we had a timeout or not, as fans here in attendance having a good time. And I think they're going to try to show everybody in attendance because there was a blizzard apparently over in Newfoundland. Luckily for the Grizzlies, their hotel apparently is right next to the arena. As the draw won by Utah, Cutler gets it to Mayhew, who's around center ice. Mayhew gains the red line, and he lifts it high into the air deep in the Growler zone. It goes to Newfoundland, who throws to the far side as Southers, who already has 4 shots on goal. Southers, 6'8", 245, skates down the middle, gains the line, throws to the right corner and chases after it as Mayhew pokes it away. Another Growler back on the right side gets hit as Grizzlies gather it. Campagna skates around a Growler, gets to center ice, right wing, and he lofts it in. Grizzlies make a line change with about 8 minutes left in the first. Growlers back deep behind their own net, skating from left to right. Zach O'Brien's on the ice right now, skating along the near side as the Growlers fake it to O'Brien, and they chip it to the left side as now Newfoundland back at their blue line, being very patient with their approach as they get to center ice, and Caulfield lofts it in. It goes to Yoon, who rolls along the far wall. Grizzlies will carry it across center as Utah enters the zone with some momentum. As they backhand it out in front, Grizzlies gather it, but it rolls towards Dryden McKay. It looked like Wickers was out to the high slot as McKay holds on. Wickers tried to find Cole Gallant out in front of the net. It just went past Gallant as the puck looked like it bounced a little bit towards Dryden McKay, the Growlers goaltender, who covers up. And so we get a whistle. 7:33 left in the first. Growlers lead 1-0. They have outshot Utah 10-7. Cole Gallant will take the draw against Adam Daw. Daw got in a fight with Aaron Aragon in the series in November. That was when Aragon was new to the Grizzlies. As Growlers cleared out the center after winning the faceoff. Wickers gets it to Brian Yoon. Yoon diagonal pass to the left for Aragon, who skates along the left side. He gets to the circle. I try to feather it out in front. It bounced off a stick and flies towards the far side as Yoon bounces it over to Cole Gallant as he gets around a Growler, around the Growler's net. Now, Karan skates back, centers to Aragon. Shot saved by McKay as he holds on. Great job by Cody Karan behind Newfoundland's net. Got it out in front to Aragon, who looked like he had a grade A shot, but Dryden McKay made the save. There's a fan chugging a beer, but it's in a can, so we can't see the progress of whether the beer is finished or not. Good job, though. Pretty good effort. As Petner will take the draw against Berg and Fitz. 7:09 left in the first period. Still early on, so grab some chips and dip and a beverage of your choice. Enjoy a little bit of Friday with us. Happy Friday to everybody as puck goes out to center ice after the Grizzlies initially won the faceoff as Stone dumps it in. McKay behind his net lets it go to the near corner as Fitz battles with Singleton. Fitz skates along the net to the far side. He chips it out in front towards Berg. It bounced off of McKee, who kicks it ahead as the Growlers chip it off the near wing boards. It goes to center ice. Johnson enters from the right side. He centers it. Righty shot is blocked away. I think that was blocked by Stone as behind the Utah's net. Growlers skate towards the far corner, but the Grizzlies get it back. Utah crosses center, and they dump it in. 2 Grizzlies chasing after it. Penner and Berg, along with 3 Growlers. Action behind Newfoundland's net as McKay looks over his left shoulder as the Growlers come away with the puck as they skate from left to right. Grizzlies back defensively 2-on-3. Growlers gain the line, and they skip it over to the left side. Newfoundland around Utah's net. Now they get back to the near side. Puck goes past Tate Singleton and out of the zone as McKay along the near goal line will brush it to his side. 6 minutes left in the first, and Growlers lead 1-0. Newfoundland gets the center ice. They cross center. O'Brien couldn't dump it in as a stick goes laying at neutral ice. Grizzlies gather it as Glant gets it poked away. Growlers get it back with 5:45 and counting left in the first. Growlers lose it at their blue line. Now they get it back and tap it off the boards near their bench. Stapley enters. He rolls along the boards. McKay cuts it off behind his net as the Growlers throw it to the near side and move it ahead as Newfoundland back in their own zone. Now they're reverse field and feed it back to the far side as the Growlers go D to D to the near side as Newfoundland will get to Singleton, who skates in the zone along the near wall. Singleton tries to center a backhand pass out in front that's poked away as Grizzlies clear it back to center. As the Growlers skate back to their blue line. Now they start the attack as they get to center ice. Now the Growlers skate in and dump it in as they roll it along the wall. As battling is Campagna over along the near side. It goes back to Newfoundland, who skates towards their left. As Growlers skate towards the corner, Utah cuts off their pursuit. Now we get some pushing and shoving as Utah lost the helmet. As Grizzlies skate towards the right side, as they're towards the circle, Utah centers it out in front and gets kicked away as a puck back behind the Growlers net towards the near side. As Utah back to the left side, rolls it back around as Campagna around the Growlers net. He gets pushed by Southers. Southers took it away. 4.5 minutes left in the first as the Growlers ice the puck. Grizzlies chase after it. No icing, though, as Mayhew back deep in his own end. As the puck bounced off a Growlers stick and flies out of play into row 3 with 4:22 left in the first. So the Growlers lead 1-0. I believe we got a timeout. We'll take one with 4:22 left in the first. Growlers lead 1-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Newfoundland leads 1-0, about 4.5 minutes left in the first period. It's been an interesting one so far. 4:21 left. Growlers have 10 shots. Utah has 9. Aaron Aragon leads the way with 2 shots, and then 7 other Grizzlies have 1 shot. Keenan Southers has 4 shots for Newfoundland, 2 for Johnny Tykonik, including a goal, 9:41 in, with Tate Singleton getting the assists. We haven't had a single penalty so far as we've been skating 5-on-5 this entire time. As Caulfield take the draw against Brett Stapley, as Caulfield literally kicks it towards a Grizzly. Utah skates from right to left as they cross center ice. Aragon dumps it in as it bounced off of McKay or the backboards. Didn't see either. As Grizzlies towards the far side get to Wesley. Right side, righty shot saved by McKee. Rebound goes out to the far corner. 4 minutes left in the first as Utah back in the near corner gets the puck as Brett Stapley skates towards the circle, gets around to Growler, takes a righty shot saved by McKee. Rebound shot saved by McKee again. As puck back towards the near side, Growlers move it ahead. Mayhew gathers these, skates towards the left circle, centers it out in front. Grizzlies shot and a score. As looks like Mayhew found Aaron Aragon out in front, and Aragon gets his 5th of the year as Utah's tied it up with under 4 minutes left in the first. Great play by the all-star Kyle Mayhew, who skated towards the left circle, found a passing angle with Aaron Aragon out in front, and Aragon put it away. Kind of interesting to think about the all-stars. Tykonik getting Newfoundland's goal early in the contest, and the Grizzlies all-star Mayhew making a play to get Aragon his 5th of the year and 3rd in a Utah uniform. 3:47 left in the first. We're tied at 1. Tykonik gave Newfoundland a 1-0 lead, and Aaron Aragon put it away as 5th of the year overall and 3rd in the Grizzlies uniform. So Aragon is the Optum first goal of the game scorer for the Grizz. Utah wins the draw and moves it ahead as Wickers dumps it in as we're tied at 1 with 3.5 minutes left in the first. Grizzlies right circle, get the puck. They skate towards the goal line, center pass, shot, saved by McKay. As puck goes back towards the right side as the assist went to Mayhew and Stapley, 16-13 in. As behind Newfoundland's net, they throw it to the near side. Growlers diagonal pass to the left, connects as they're at neutral ice. Grizzlies back defensively. Horizontal pass to the right side. Now the Growlers feed it back into their own zone. It looks like Newfoundland's trying to be patient with their approach. As now he gets the right side for Johnson, who enters with momentum. He skates towards the right circles. He surveys. Now he gets hit. We get an arm raised by the referee. Penalty on the Grizz. High slot righty shot saved by Januzzi. Rebound shot off the board. Saved by Januzzi again. As Utah touches up. As we get our first penalty with 2:57 left in the first, and it's going to be on the Grizzlies as Adam Berg skates to the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell as Berg will serve 2 minutes, and Newfoundland will get a power play late in the first period. We're tied at 1. Newfoundland on the power play this year is 22.6%. The Grizzlies' penalty kill is 73%, but Utah was outstanding on the PK in the series against Tulsa. So once again, the details on Utah's goal. It was scored by Aaron Aragon, 16-13 in, with Brett Stapley and Kyle Mayhew getting the assist. So Stapley gets his team leading 20th of the season. Growlers win the draw as O'Brien throws the Tykonik back to O'Brien, over to Tykonik in the slot. He feeds it to the left side as the Growlers survey. Now he gets to the near goal, far goal line, get it back towards Tykonik, passes wide of the mark, and Growlers are reset as Tykonik will get it from McKay deep in Newfoundland zone. They skate from left to right. Right wing pass towards Berezowski. He moves to O'Brien. Now it's the left point. Growlers enter the zone. As they get to the corner, Utah picks it off. Grizz have 4 shorthanded goals this season as they skate down Broadway. Now they veer off to the point and back to center ice as Cron throws it back to a Grizzlies defenseman who slides it all the way towards Dryden McKay, who gets it the near goal line. He chips it around the wall. 2:10 and counting left in the first. We're tied at 1. Grizzlies have 14 shots, and the Growlers have 10. Newfoundland skates down the middle as they drop it off with 2 minutes left. As Newfoundland gets to center ice, as they gain the line, they get it over towards Caulfield. He rolls it along the wall towards the far side. Growlers bobble it. Grizzlies gather it and clear it out. 1:46 and counting left in the first, as the Growlers have 45 seconds left in the power play. Newfoundland gets to neutral ice on a drop it off. Grizzlies cross center as Kapchek feeds to his left as the Growlers gain the line. They throw it to the far goal line. Utah picks it off, and they saucer it out towards McKay, who's behind Utah's net. 1:25 and counting left in the first, still tied at 1. Less than 30 seconds left in the power plays. Newfoundland skates down the middle as they drop it off as Smothers gets it as he skates along the side. Southers skates towards the right corner deep in the Grizzly zone. He loses it. Josh Wesley will wrap it around the wall. It's cut off by the Growlers on the left side. They get it back to Kapchek. As now Kapchek gets it on the right side as he drops it off. As the Growlers get to the left. One-timer, kick save. Rebound shot goes wide as Grizzlies get it and clear it out. Out of the box is Adam Berg. He chases after it as the Growlers will wrap it around towards the far side with less than 50 seconds left in the first. As Newfoundland around neutral ice, now they cross center. Grizzlies build a wall at the blue line. Growlers ship it to the left side. Enter, skates to the left circle. Shot saved by Januzzi. Rebound goes to the right point. As the Growlers get it to Adam Dahm, who's over in the corner. He gets bounced off the wall. Grizzlies gather it as Cutler moves ahead to Stapley, who feeds a diagonal pass to the right. Grizzlies enter the zone on side as they skate around McKay's net. 21 seconds left in the period as Utah veers off to the far side. They get it out in front. 3 Growlers were in the area. Yoon gets up top, but it exits the zone as Grizzlies chase back at their blue line with 10 seconds left in the first. As Utah will throw it to somebody off the screen. That's Stapley, who's got an assist tonight. He advances it to the Newfoundland blue line. It's poked way back to center ice. And that will do it for 20 minutes of play over at Mary Brown Center as Johnny Tykonik got the Growlers on the board as he scored from the high slot. But the Grizzlies answered as Aaron Aragon got a great centering pass from Kyle Mayhew and scored 16-13 in. Brett Stapley also picked up an assist, which was his team leading 20th of the year. So University of Denver products get the assist on the Aragon goal It's Aaron Aragon's 5th overall this season and 3rd in a Grizzlies uniform. That was a pretty even first period. We'll recap the stats and stories from the first frame. We'll also go over some transactions that happened earlier this week on the other side, as we're through one period over at Mary Brown Center, and the Grizzlies and Growlers are tied at 1. This is Utah Grizzlies Hockey, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
First intermission over at Mary Brown Center, as the Grizzlies and Growlers are tied at 1. Newfoundland scored first, 9:41 in, as Johnny Tykonik got his 5th of the year. Tate Singleton got his 13th assist, as Tykonik just fired away from the high slot and looked like it went glove side over Januzzi's left shoulder. The Grizzlies got on the board 16-13 in, and you think about the All-Stars for their respective teams, Tykonik getting the goal and Kyle Mayhew really making the play, as he was on the left side, got to the circle, and then skated towards the goal line. Then there was a lot of bodies out in front. There's probably 3 Growlers out in front of the crease, but Mayhew was able to thread the needle to Aragon, who put it away for his 3rd in a Utah uniform and 5th overall this season. And Brett Stapley also got an assist. I think Mayhew got the main assist, as the Grizzlies got on the board 16-13 in, and we're tied at 1 after one period. A lot of shots on both sides. The Grizzlies had 15, as they were led by Aaron Aragon and Brett Stapley, who each had 3 shots. Josh Wesley and Tyler Penner had 2 shots, and then 5 other Grizzlies had 1 shot, which included Wickers, Berg, Semick, as well as Campagna and Cole Gallant. For the Growlers, they had 13 shots in the first period, and they were led by Keenan Suthers, the big 6'8", 245-pound forward, who had 4 shots. They also had 2 shots each from Brock Caulfield, Tate Singleton, and Johnny Tykonik. One of his 2 shots found the back of the net. Then a few other Growler skaters with 1 shot, which included Grant Cruikshank and Neil Shea, as well as Corey Dennis. Dennis, the defenseman, number 38, who's got 1 goal and 5 assists in 27 games. There was 1 power play in the first period, as Adam Berg got 2 minutes for tripping. 17:03 into the first period. Grizzlies did a pretty good job on the penalty kill, as the Growlers were 0 for 1 on the power play. Utah has yet to get a power play here this evening, and what looks to be a pretty interesting series. Dante Januzzi was outstanding in net stopping, 12 of 13, and Dryden McKay saved 14 of 15 for Newfoundland. There's no other scores to report in the league because everything is happening later in the day. At 5 o'clock, Maine is at Adirondack. Also at 5 o'clock, Savannah is at Jacksonville. Cincinnati is at Kalamazoo. Wheeling is at Orlando. South Carolina at Greenville. Greenville is 21-9-1 this season. Indy is at Norfolk. And also at 5 o'clock, 12 Riviera is at Worcester. At 5:15, Fort Wayne is at Toledo. At 5:30, Florida is taking on Atlanta. At 6 o'clock, Rapid City is at Tulsa. And also at 6, Allen is at Wichita. And at 7 o'clock, Reading is at Idaho. Interesting to see Reading make the trip out west to Idaho. It's not interesting enough that this is my 6th year with the Grizzlies. I have yet to see the Reading Royals play a hockey game, as they have not played the Grizzlies in recent memory. Neither have the South Carolina Stingrays and a few other teams in the league. And it's really puzzling when you talk about, everybody wanting to save money and everything like that. If you're in a league where you don't have to play every single opponent, it's absolutely baffling that the Grizzlies have 6 games against the Newfoundland Growlers, and they have 4 against the division rival Wichita Thunder. Just something that I think is very odd. Obviously, geographically, it makes absolutely no sense for Newfoundland to come out to Maverick Center and for the Grizzlies to go out there. But it's kind of an interesting series. And I guess there was a blizzard, absolutely terrible weather over in Newfoundland earlier today. And so much so that they even had a post saying that the game was still on for tonight. That's how much snow they got over there. And because of that, it's a very sparse crowd over at Mary Brown's Center. And center obviously is spelled C-E-N-T-R-E, as would be over in Canada. One of 2 Canadian teams, the Growlers and the Trois-Rivières Lions. And speaking of Trois-Rivières, earlier the Grizzlies made a trade with the Trois-Rivières Lions. As remember, before the season started, the Grizzlies picked up forward Cole Gallant for future considerations. Well, earlier this week, the Lions were able to receive a player, kind of a player to be named later kind of deal, and they picked up Corey Thomas, the big 6'5", 215-pound defenseman. As he goes from Utah to Trois-Rivières, Thomas played in 61 games for the Grizzlies. Remember, he had 7 assists in 41 games last year, and he had 3 assists for the Grizzlies in 20 games this season. He also had 1 assist in 4 playoff games last year for the Grizzlies. And also on January 22nd, as that's when Corey Thomas was traded to Trois-Rivières, which was just this past Tuesday. Grizzlies also got back Nathan Burke as he returned from the AHL's Ontario Reign. Burke played in 1 game with Ontario and had 1 shot in a 3-0 loss on December 31st against the Henderson Silver Knights. Burke is not in the Grizzlies lineup tonight. And neither is Dean Yakura, although I did see Yakura. They did show a shot of the Grizzlies bench, and Yakura was wearing a suit standing next to Christian Horn and Ryan Kanasowicz. So Yakura did make the trip, but he's a scratch for the Grizzlies tonight. And Michael Underwood and Cade Jensen are also out. And Keone Teixeira, once again, is out of the Grizzlies lineup. So Utah doing what they can here in the first period. And we talked about the road games. And where the Grizzlies really have had their struggles is, getting off to fast starts and always seem to be playing catch up. The Grizzlies did a good job in that first period, initiating things. Even though the Growlers scored the first goal, it looked like the Grizzlies were step in step with them all period. It'll be interesting to see how the second period shakes out. The Grizzlies, when tied after 1 this year, have a record of 4-4. So Utah's still looking for their first road victory of the year, and they're going up against a Newfoundland team that traditionally is towards the top of the Eastern Conference standings. Right now, they are 14-12-4 on the season. Grizzlies overall are 11-17. When we come back, we'll recap some more stats from the first period, and we'll also go over some scores from around the league. As first intermission over at Mary Brown Center, Newfoundland and Utah are tied at 1 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountainland Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountainland Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Les Schwab tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So it's right here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey, first intermission, and we're tied at 1. Johnny Tykonik scored about halfway through the first period. He's a Growlers All-Star representative, and Utah's All-Star representative Kyle Mayhew picked up an assist on Aaron Aragon's 5th of the year, 16-13 in. Only 3 games in the NHL tonight. At 5 o'clock, the Blackhawks are taking on the Devils, Hurricanes at the Capitals, and at 8 o'clock, Winnipeg is at Anaheim. One big NBA game tonight played over at the place formerly known as the Fleet Center. The Jazz, with their 16-19 record, take on the 26-7 Boston Celtics. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what's in store for the second period. We do know one thing. It's going to be a very, very long road trip, and unfortunately, it's going to be a very long time since we see live hockey at Maverik Center. But I'm really looking forward to the 3-game set against the Rapid City Rush, which gets underway on Wednesday, January 24th. Yeah, it feels like a long time from now. But remember that every Wednesday night home game is going to be a Smith family night, which is 4 tickets for $40 and only $10 for each additional ticket. So it could be 5 tickets for $50, 6 for $60, and so on and so forth. So we're certainly looking forward to that. Friday, January 26th, is going to be an AFCU Friday. With every AFCU Friday, tickets start just $10 when you pay using your AFCU debit or credit card at the Maverik Center box office. And Saturday, January 27th, is going to be the big Guns and Hoses Day. And we say day because it's an all-day thing. 2, maybe 3 charity games in the afternoon starting at roughly 12:30 and leading up to the Grizzlies game against Rapid City at 7 o'clock. So that should be a lot of fun. The annual Guns and Hoses night. Now, the game is hoping to be a sellout, so make sure to get your tickets now at UtahGrizzlies.com. So that's certainly a big one every year. And as we get down the stretch of the season, obviously the Grizzlies are going to have to hold their own on the road here in January in order to find a way to stay within the playoff race. And looking at the Mountain Division standings, the Grizzlies still find themselves bringing up the rear with 22 standings points and a .393 point percentage. Tonight, the Grizzlies will be watching Allen and Wichita. It's hard to really say who you're rooting for. I think in terms of climbing out of the cellar, the Grizzlies will be rooting for Allen tonight, as Allen's in 5th place with 27 standings points. Wichita's in 6th place with 24 points. If Utah can beat Wichita, they might climb past Wichita in the standings. Both teams have 24 standings points, and Wichita would have a 400-point percentage, but the Grizzlies, having played 2 fewer games than Wichita, Utah would jump them in terms of point percentage this season. Kansas City finds himself in 1st place in the Mountain Division with 47 points and a .758 point percentage. Idaho is in 2nd place with 45 points and a .726 point percentage. And then there's a pretty steep drop to get to 3rd place with Rapid City, who has won 6 of their last 10. They are 6-3-1 in their last 10 games. And Rapid City is now a 500 club with a record of 14-14-2. Tulsa's in 4th place after getting swept by Utah in a 3-game set last weekend, as the Oilers are 13-14-3. They have lost 7 in a row, as they've got a .483 point percentage. Allen is in 5th place with 27 points and a .435 point percentage. Wichita is in 6th place with a .400 winning percentage. And the Grizzlies, despite being 11-6 on the road, they're in last place with a .393 point percentage and 22 standings points. And obviously, with all the road games the Grizzlies play in the month of January, if they're going to want to be in the playoff race in the final 2 months, they're going to have to find a way to win some of these games on the road. I will say, if the Grizzlies look like they did in the first period here tonight, it's possible they could end up winning some games on the road and can end up being a team to watch out for in the second half of the season. We're through 1. It's the Growlers 1 and the Grizzlies 1. And we're back for second half face-off coming up next on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best. day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Welcome back to Grizzlies hockey. There have been a lot of key contributors to the Grizzlies, certainly over the 3-game sweep against Tulsa. We talk about the month of December, which was really led by Brett Stapley and Cole Gallant. As Stapley had 2 goals and 14 assists in December in 15 games for 16 points. Cole Gallant also had 16 points in December with 5 goals and 11 assists. The Grizzlies All-Star representative, as was announced this past Wednesday, is Kyle Mayhew, who's among the league leaders in defensemen with 6 goals this season. He now has an assist in 4 straight games. Tyler Penner, the Grizzlies Iron Man, is appearing in his 173rd consecutive regular season game, 197 if you count the playoffs. Brandon Cutler's certainly been a key contributor to the Grizzlies lately. He has 6 goals and 3 assists in his last 12 games. And once Utah gets on the power play, watch out for Cutler, who has 4 power play goals in his last 10 games. Mick Messner was a big factor against Newfoundland in late November, and he looked like a pretty strong performer in the first period. He has 6 goals in his last 12 games. And also watch out for Brian Yoon here in the second period. Yoon leads the Grizzlies in plus-minus this season at +4, and Dante Januzzi has not allowed a goal in his last 4 periods of play. Where both teams are heading on the ice in 30 seconds, we'll have second period action as we're tied at 1 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountainland Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountainland Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountainland Truck Outfitter.
We're about set for second period action here in the first of a 3-game set. Don't forget, tomorrow night, the Grizzlies will face Newfoundland. Start time will be at 3:30 in the Mountain Time Zone. Then Sunday's game is going to be a 12:30 start in the Mountain Time Zone. If it's the same 5 that are starting the game for the Grizzlies, it'll be Penner, Fitz, and Berg, the starting forwards, as well as the defensive pairing at Brian Yoon and Quinn Wickers. David Ferentz talking things over with Brendan Kapchek. That's the 2 defensemen for Newfoundland, as Grant Cruikshank is out there with Tate Singleton and Jackson Berezowski. Watch out for Singleton. He's been a really strong forward. He's really been one of the Growlers' best forwards against the Grizzlies this year. He had a first period assist on the Johnny Tykonik goal. As Cruikshank will take the draw, Grizzlies will skate from left to right as we see it on Flow Sports. I beg for a little bit of patience. We're at the mercy of the Flow Sports camera as Penner wins the draw, gets to Yoon over to Wickers, who taps out the center ice. Grizz skate from left to right, but the puck exits play around center ice, and we get a whistle 6 seconds into the period. Once again, seeing just about every fan in attendance, as there's a blizzard over there. I got to imagine these fans got to get something extra to go along with their ticket to the game, because to brave the elements over Newfoundland and get to the game tonight probably was a tough task. Neutral zone draw, Penner against Cruikshank here early in the second period. As a draw won by the Growlers, Singleton wraps it around the boards towards the near side as Newfoundland throws it back to the corner. Berezowski lets it go to the far side. Berg gallops after it as he collides with Singleton. As the Grizzlies throw it back behind their net, Utah chips it off the boards, left side. Growlers keep it in, as now they throw it along the backboards, and they get to the near circle, picked up by Utah. Fitz battles in the near wing as Fitz will lift it over the head of a Growler defenseman. Newfoundland gets it back deep in their own zone as they skate around their net with Penner trailing them. As the Growlers, 40 seconds into the second period, skate along the near side, lose it. As Fitz right wing looks to center to bounce off a Growler stick and flies towards the far side. As action in the Growler zone, Newfoundland in a white jersey moves it out to center ice. Grizzlies in the black jersey with white numbers, professional green trim. Get it out to center ice. It goes to Campagna, who brushes it ahead, but goes back towards the Growlers as Ferentz back behind his net. Now he gets the puck along the near side. As the Growlers dance around in their own end, they're usually pretty patient here, it looks like, getting to center ice. Then once they cross center ice, They quickly get into the attack zone as the Growlers cross center ice. Right wing pass. Growlers enter quickly. They skate down the middle. Righty shot saved by Januzzi. Rebound goes to the near side as Growlers get it back towards Singleton. He centers it. Grizzlies tap it back along the near wing. As puck goes out to center ice, Growlers will back it out deep in their own end. As Newfoundland this season averaging 3.2 goals per game and allowing 3.7. Growlers cross center ice near wing. Johnson gains the line. Drops off now. It goes back towards center as Growlers centering pass lefty shot. Saved by Januzzi. And Dante holds on. The shot we believe was taken by Todd Skirving, the captain, as he was out there with Isaac Johnson. Johnson threw a nice pass to Skirving, who fired away. Skirving's been a good goal scorer for the Growlers in years past, but he just has 3 goals in 25 games this year. So Draw's going to be on the near side. We're still tied at 1 here early in the second period. As Draw along the near side. This is about the most irrelevant shot you'll get, that wide angle. Draw one by Southers as they get towards the high slot. Shot saved by Januzzi. He holds on as we get another whistle with 18:09 left in the second. First of a 3-game set. Growlers this season averaging 30.5 shots per game. They allow 35 per contest. Grizzlies average 30.6 shots per game and allow 33. As Southers takes the draw against Stapley, Utah wins the faceoff. They tap it off the near side as Glott out at center ice, moves it across. Grizzlies enter from the left side. Centering pass towards Stapley is brushed away by the Growlers. They throw it to the left side. Grizzlies keep it in and kick it to the far corner. Stapley behind the net, backhands it to somebody else and make that Raby. Now it goes back to the left point. Grizzlies spin it around. Stapley behind the net as he gets pushed towards the far corner. Drops it off. Raby in the area. Stapley keeps the puck as he lays it out for Mayhew, who skates around the net. Mayhew towards the near side. Wraparound. Shot saved by McKay as Growlers clear it out to center. Utah gets it back as they tap it off the near wing wall. As Stapley will fire it to the left corner, but the whistle blows. The Grizzlies are offside with 17:27 left in the second. Make sure to follow the Grizzlies on Facebook, Instagram, X, Snapchat, and TikTok. I'm on X at Tyson on Sports. Messner will take the draw against Adam Daw as Cron out there as well as Aaron Aragon. Grizzlies win the face-off and fire it in as McKay plays it behind his net. He'll roll it to the near side as Singleton battles with Messner. As Singleton, the Ohio State product, battles with the Merrimack product. Messner started his college career at Wisconsin. As Growlers throw it to the far side, they cross center. Singleton with speed. Gets the line, gets the left circle. Now around Utah's net. Wraparound shot saved by Januzzi as the Growlers along the near side. As they kick it to the corner, Utah gathers it. It's a big collision. Cody Cron over there with Josh Victor. Puck goes to the high slot. Growlers get to Singleton. Left circle. Lefty shot. And Januzzi makes a save. Good stop by Dante. Singleton had a pretty good look from the left wing, but Januzzi made the stop. As Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone, but Dante Januzzi has really been strong for the Grizzlies over the last month. And as he's gotten more consistent playing time, he just keeps getting better game in and game out. As Cruikshank will take the face-off against Penner. As according to the scoreboard, there's 18:48 left in the second. It feels like we played more than a minute into the second as we're tied at 1. Grizzlies getting it out to center ice. Fitz throws it in, and now he chases after it. Fitz behind Newfoundland's net. It goes to Brian Yoon, right side. He drops off to the point as Berg rolls it around as Fitz along the near side. Chips it out to Wickers, high slot. Lefty shot is blocked away. A lot of traffic out in front of the crease. Grizzlies left side. Get it back towards Wickers. He lets it go. Near side, Grizzlies. Back around is Berg. As he's being pushed, Berg gets blasted along the end wall. Right side, righty shot is blocked away. As Growlers will move it out to center ice. Grizzlies pick it off. As Wickers will tap it off the far wall and chase after it. But it's Newfoundland that gets there first. As it goes back towards Singleton. As he moves it back around as the Growlers will lift it out to center ice. Newfoundland gains the line 3-on-2. As the Growlers skate towards the far side, Mayhew with a push. Puck ends up in front of the net. Utah pokes it back along towards the boards. As the Growlers lose it, as Utah skating from left to right gets the puck. As Utah crosses center, as Wesley gets to center ice and he'll chip it in. Campagna left side fires it around the wall. As Wesley, the Grizzlies captain, moves it to the near circle as Cutler couldn't handle it. Now Cutler gets it back. He skates towards the left side, stops. Now he skates back towards the far corner, centers it lefty. Shot goes wide as he tried to find Messner out in front and connected on a one-timer, just missed wide. As Cutler behind the net, skating toward the far side as he gets the puck far goal line. As Cutler drops it off, Growlers poke it away as Campagna in the area. As Newfoundland crosses center ice, Grizzlies retreat defensively. Growlers skate in, Isaac Johnson left side. Righty shot saved by Januzzi. Rebound to the left side as the Growlers roll it along the wall. As Campagna moves it ahead, it bounced off a Growler. Now the puck skips to center ice. It's taken by Newfoundland. Stapley overskated it. As Growlers dropping off for Berezowski. He gets cut off by Stapley. Now another Growler skates along the near goal line. Siren pass, shot saved by Januzzi. Newfoundland hacking away. Shot kick saved by Januzzi. Grizzlies skate towards the near corner, and they will lift it high into the air as it bounces near the Grizzlies bench. Stapley throws to the corner and chases after it with two Growlers. As Newfoundland couldn't handle it, Grizzlies get it back to Stapley as everybody's entered into the Growlers zone. 14-20 and counting left in the second, and we're tied at 1. Utah far side, Cole Gallant gets to Stapley, back to Gallant, who skates around Newfoundland's net. He kicks it out in front. Shot saved by McKay. As he holds on, Grizzlies had a good look as Gallant fed it out in front, and the shot was just blocked away by Dryden McKay. As there's less than 14 minutes left in the second period, and it's hard to say whether we got a timeout or not, as looks like we'll continue to play. Boy, these remote broadcasts are something else. As Draw's going to be in the offensive zone for Utah. As the Grizz have been pretty active here in the second period. Stapley's out there with Raby. There's 14-10 left in the second. Growlers win the draw as they'll kick it off the near wing boards. It goes to center ice. Neil Shea will throw it across. Growlers enter from the right side. Lefty shot saved by Januzzi. A shot was taken by Southers. Everybody hacking away. High slot as Newfoundland bouncing puck goes to Utah. Grizz move out to the right side. Growlers picking off at center as they couldn't enter the zone as Utah took it away. Dakota Raby skates towards the left side. They chip it off the far wing. Grizzlies enter as Utah gets on two knees, trying to advance it, but couldn't. Growlers 3-on-3. They enter the zone from the right side. Growlers fire towards the net. It's blocked away as Utah will chip it back to center. It goes to the Growlers, who are back at their own end, skating from right to left. 13-24 and counting left in the second. Growlers move it in, but looks like it's icing as Januzzi in the area gets some water. As I've had a pretty interesting second period. Nobody has scored a goal, but I think for the Grizzlies, you have to like the pace of play. So far, it looks like the Grizzlies are really holding their own in terms of pace. They've had some good looks out in front. Growlers have also had some good looks as icing was called on Newfoundland. As Adam Daw will take the draw for the Growlers against Brandon Cutler. Cutler 10 goals and 10 assists this year. As the faceoff won by Newfoundland, they skate around their net, from skating from right to left. As there's 13-14 and counting. Growlers towards the near side. They get to neutral ice and move it ahead. As Jordan Escott chases after it. Escott around Utah's net. He fires it out in front. Righty shot and a score. As looks like Nolan Dillingham gets the goal as Escott was around Utah's net, fed it out in front to Dillingham, who was more towards the blue line than the goal line. And Dillingham with a one-timer righty shot gets his third of the year. Dilly, it's 2-1 Growlers. As Dillingham was all alone, and he just connected on the one-timer. They got past Dante Januzzi. So we know Jordan Escott's going to get his third assist of the year. And for Dillingham, it's his third goal this season. As the Growlers have one in the first, one in the second. Both goals have come by Growlers defensemen. So Draw's going to be at center ice. Cruikshank wins it against Penner as 13 minutes and counting left in the second. It's 2-1 Newfoundland. As the Growlers get across center ice, they skate down the middle. Now they enter the zone and dump it in. Tykonik also got an assist on the Dillingham goal. It's Tykonik's second point of the night and now has 1 goal, 1 assist. Right side, lefty shot saved by Januzzi. As the puck goes along the far wall, as Adam Berg gets back checked, Newfoundland took it away. Now the Grizzlies get it back as they advance to the center ice. Penner crosses center. He fires a shot, and a save by McKay, who holds on with 12:33 left in the second. Time out of the ice. We'll take one as well, as Tykonik scored in the first period, and Dillingham in the second. Newfoundland leads Utah 2-1 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountainland Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountainland Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
It's 2-1 Newfoundland. As we're about 7 minutes into the second period, Johnny Tykonik scored 9:41 into the first with Tate Singleton getting the assist. Utah tied it up 16-13 into the first as Aaron Aragon got his fifth of the year and third in a Grizzlies uniform. Stapley and Mayhew with the assist. Then Nolan Dillingham scored on a one-timer from just along the right side of the slot. 6:57 in. Jordan Escott, Johnny Tykonik with the assist. Grizzlies win the draw. Mayhew right wing shot goes wide. Now Utah gets it. Berg right side shot is blocked away by McKay. Puck lifts off a stick and McKay gloves it about shoulder high and holds on with 12:22 left in the second. So already it's a multiple point game for Newfoundland's all-star representative Johnny Tykonik, who has 1 goal and 1 assist and a +2 rating. Tykonik 2 shots on goal. The big shot taker has been Keenan Suthers for Newfoundland. He has 6 on the night. Penner takes the draw against Todd Skirving. Skirving, a former Grizzly, played in 6 or 7 games for the Grizzlies in the 2017-2018 season. As the Growlers get to center ice after they won the faceoff, as pass goes wide off the far wall, as Utah gathers it in front of Januzzi's net. Utah skating from left to right as we see it from Flow Sports in the second period. Goes out to center ice. Victor throws an errant pass to the Grizzlies, who skate from blue line to blue line, left wing, righty shot, saved by McKay, as that shot might have been taken by Dylan Fitz, as Draw's going to be in the offensive zone for Utah, as Utah really has been on point in terms of shots. The shot count was tied at 20 coming into this segment. And in terms of who's taking the shots for Utah, Stapley, Wickers, and Aragon each have 3 on the night. McMessner will take the draw against Grant Cruikshank. As draw won by Messner, goes to the point as Semick rolls it along the wall as Newfoundland right side moves it ahead. It goes past Berg and deep into the Grizzly zone as the puck on its side. As chasing after it and getting it as Brandon Cutler. He'll wing it along the far wing wall, and it goes back deep in the Growlers zone. Dryden McKay, who might be named after Ken Dryden, moves it ahead. I would imagine so, with him being in the hockey family, as Growlers horizontal pass out to neutral ice left side. They bounce it in as Singleton chases after it, but goes to Cutler. Newfoundland pokes it ahead as Messner gains the line. He's on the right side. He stops and gets it to the left as the pass couldn't be handled, and it's cleared all the way towards Januzzi. Arm is raised by the linesman, and it looks like it's going to be icing on the Growlers with 11:13 left in the second. As once again, they continue to show fans. They've showed just about everybody in attendance twice so far. Rocco Stakoviak is the referee. The linesmen are Mark Day and Joe Maynard. As once again, there was a blizzard in Newfoundland earlier today, and I'm pretty sure it's been tough for fans to get in attendance, which is why we got a light crowd. Stapler will take the draw, and he wins it as Raby battles. Raby over to Cole Gallant in the near corner, back to Raby, as he'll lightly touch it towards the left point. Grizzlies get it. Wesley's shot is blocked away as the Growlers back behind their net. Stapley chases after him as the Growlers moving out towards the far wing. They're still in their own end. Now they'll chip it across off the near wing wall. Grizzlies chase after as the Growlers poking into the offensive zone. Berezowski was over there with Josh Wesley. Grizzlies have yet to have a power play this evening. Stapley gains the line as he skates along the near wing. He'll get to the high slot, pass connects. Grizzlies skate towards the left circle, and a backhand shot goes wide as Raby gets pushed. Arm is raised, We got a penalty. Is that going to be on the Growlers? As Raby looked like he was held up in the far corner, and it looks like it is. It's going to be a Grizzlies power play with 10:29 left in the second. As hooking's going to be the call. Who goes to the box for the Growlers? As Rocco Stakoviak made the call, I don't think they're going to show us the person that's in the penalty box. Well, the Grizzlies have a power play. Somebody is in the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell for Newfoundland. And once again, we are at the mercy of this one camera, and we apologize greatly for everybody listening in on YouTube. We're just trying to do the best we can. As Messner will take the draw, gets to Brian Yoon. Utah wins the faceoff as Yoon throws to the left side. Now back to Yoon, who kicks to Cutler on the right side, just outside the circle. Cutler throws to the middle for Messner, gets tripped up. Cutler gathers it. Shot goes wide. Cutler gets it far goal line. He chips it up top for, I think, Wickers. Now to Yoon. Yoon dance around, skates down the middle, take a righty shot that's blocked. Campagna gets the puck off the boards. He skates towards the far corner. Now drops it off. Messner over to Yoon, who gets to Cutler. One-timer, and it goes wide. Campagna trying to kick it out in front. It bounced off a Growler. Now it goes back over to Yoon, who feeds to the left side. Lefty shot is blocked away by McKay. That last shot, we believe, was taken by Campagna. As the Grizzlies move it back up top for Yoon, who's now on the right point. He gets to Cutler. As there's 1:10 left in the power play. Cutler right side. Lefty shot. Saved by McKay. Rebound shot. Saved by McKay again. Messner behind the net battles. Now near corner, Grizzlies get it up top to Yoon. He slides it to Campagna. He's on the left side. Campagna surveys. Now he gets it back to Yoon. Over to Campagna. He skates towards the circle. Fakes a shot. Gets it to Cutler. Ricochets off the boards. And out to center ice. The pass was too hot for Cutler to handle. Grizzlies make a line change. Growlers will change up as well. 48 seconds and counting left in the power play. Made that 43 seconds left. 9:10 left in the second period. Grizzlies re-enter after making a change. Gallant gets it. Centers over the left side. Shot or score! Josh Wesley gets his 6th of the year, and we're tied at 2. As Cutler was to the right side, got it across to Wesley, who fired a one-timer past Dryden McKay. So Wesley now has a goal in back-to-back games, and both goals came on the power play from the left circle on one-timers. So Josh Wesley gets another power play goal for the Grizzlies, and we're tied at 2. Cole Gallant had an outstanding month of December, and it looks like it's carried over into January as Gallant's going to get his 14th assist of the year. So we're tied at 2 with 9:04 left in the second, as the Grizzlies' goals have been scored by Aaron Aragon. He had a first period tally, and Josh Wesley on the power play in the second. Utah wins the faceoff as they move it ahead across center ice, skating from left to right. It goes back to the Growlers. We're back in their own zone. As Newfoundland in a white jersey will move it ahead as it goes to Jordan Escott. He skates towards the left circle. Now he centers it. Righty shot saved by Januzzi as towards the right side. Growlers, righty shot, and it's kicked away as Growlers along the near side. They chip it up top. It bounced off like Mayhew as Wesley will backhand it to center ice. As there's a collision, goes back to Utah as Penner crosses center, and he'll fire it to the left corner. Growlers chase after it. Big time hit delivered by the Grizzlies. That might have been Cody Cron. As Grizz cross center, Semick fires it in. McKay plays behind his net. As there's 8:12 and counting left in the second. We're tied at 2. Grizzlies look like they've got a slight edge in the shot count. Dodd drags down a Grizzly, and the puck ends up back in the Growlers zone as they'll back it out deep in their own end. As Neil Shea in the area, as the Growlers skate down the middle. As Newfoundland gets to center ice, and they'll wrap it around the wall. Januzzi lets it go towards the far corner. Past the right side. One-timer saved by Januzzi. As puck goes back towards the near goal line, deep in the Grizzlies zone. As 2 Growlers cut him off. Now Newfoundland gets to the right side. They'll fire a righty shot, and it's blocked away. As Growlers far corner get double-teamed. Grizzlies poke. Growlers keep it. As Newfoundland right side skates towards the right circle as they fake lane it. Now Growlers skate in, backhand shot. Saved by Dante. What a stop by Januzzi as the Growlers were on the right side and they skated towards their left, towards the slot, and fired a wide open shot. But Januzzi made a great save. As Dante's been on point here tonight, both teams have 1 goal in the first and both have 1 in the second. As the Grizzlies' power play goal is scored by Josh Wesley with Cole Gallant and Brett Stapley getting the assist. 10:56 into the second period. So not only does Gallant carry over and have a great January, but Brett Stapley already 2 assists tonight. Growlers win the faceoff. They get it up top as Victor's shot is blocked. Josh Victor, the big 6'4", 212-pound defenseman, he moves towards his right as the Growlers Dumping off the backboards, Yoon with a check. As Stapley skates over there, Growlers get it up top, but Victor couldn't reach it. As it goes towards Dryden McKay, who's behind his own net, as there's less than 7 minutes left in the second period, and we're tied at 2. As the Growlers skate down the middle, they'll toss it off the far wing wall, and now they advance the puck into the left side. Neil Shea, siren pass shot. It goes wide, as it looked like they couldn't get a shot off as Januzzi tried to cut it off. As Growlers towards the end boards, big-time hit delivered, as Brian Yoon shakes the glass, as now it goes back to Utah, as they move it ahead to center ice. Yoon crosses center and he fires it in. Grizzlies make a line change as the Growlers skate around their net as they chip it along the near wall. As Berezowski throws it back to his blue line. Growlers advance it, but the pass is wide, and Wesley throws it to center ice, and the Growlers pick that off. Now the Grizzlies get it back. They skeet down the middle. Grizzlies skeet towards the right circle. Backhand shot goes wide. As there's now 6:08 and counting left in the second. Left wing pass connects. The Growlers skate towards their right. Fitz cuts it off. Growlers skate along the far wall and get it. 6 minutes left in the second. Now the Growlers skate towards the middle. Shot is blocked. Utah will clear it out. As Growlers chase after it deep in their own end. Dylan Fitz in the area. As Adam Berg stations himself in front of the Growlers goaltender. As Newfoundland skating from right to left here in the second period. As Growlers move along the near side, as Newfoundland carries it across center, and now they gain the line. I think that's Isaac Johnson. Skeets along the far goal line. Cyrus out in front to Singleton. He couldn't get a shot off as Utah gets it back. Fitz crosses center ice, fires towards the net, and it goes wide as puck towards the far side. Grizzlies change up forwards. And that pass is picked off by Utah as Messner throws to the left side. Grizzlies trying to get it back to Messner on the give and go. Puck bounces in front of the net. Now Messner skates around it. As Utah battles, Fitz in the area, puck glides towards McKay, who covers up. And we get a whistle and a timeout on the ice as we're tied at 2. Josh Wesley scored on the power play from the left circle as both teams have 1 goal in the first and 1 in the second. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Schwab tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Now we're tied at 2. Utah 27 shots, Newfoundland with 23. Johnny Tykonik and Nolan Dillingham have Newfoundland's goals. Aaron Aragon and Josh Wesley have scored for Utah. The Grizz are 1 for 1 on the power play. Newfoundland is 0 for 1. The goals in the second period, Nolan Dillingham scored for Newfoundland, 6:57 in with Escott and Tykonik getting the assist, and then Josh Wesley tied it up at 2 as he scored 10:56 in with Gallant and Stapley getting the assist. Gallant and Stapley each had 16 points in the month of December, and they've carried it over and have played well here so far tonight. Growlers won the face-off, and they fired airborne towards Januzzi as Growlers hack away. Shot saved by Januzzi as Yoon battles behind the score bug in the left-hand corner of the screen. Wickers in the area, gets it back to Yoon, who backhands it ahead. Grizzlies throw it out as looks like it's going to be icing on Utah with 4:47 left in the second. First of a 3-game set. Over so far east, they're in their own time zone. Tomorrow night will be at 3:30. That's the time in the Mountain Time Zone, and then 12:30 on Sunday. And then the Grizzlies will be in Allen for 3 games next week. Then they will also take on Wichita. Utah, starting tonight, has 7 games in 10 days. Messner will take the draw against Todd Skirving, wearing number 15. Skirving this year is a -16, which is tied for the worst in the team with Tate Singleton. As the Growlers win the draw, Grizzlies won the draw. He couldn't clear it out. O'Brien with a shot at tapped off a Grizzly stick and goes back to center. Growlers back in their own end, skating from right to left here in the second period as they move it out to the left side. Puck got redirected at neutral ice. Isaac Johnson will skate off the ice. As along the far side, Utah will move it out to center. Grizzlies cross center along the far wall as Newfoundland poked it away. Grizzlies get it back as Raby tried to slice it in. It only got as far as the Growlers' blue line. As Newfoundland moves it ahead, left side, it bounced off of Escott's stick, and it goes back to Cody Caron, who skates along the near side. Caron will fire it ahead as Stapley chases after it. So does Raby, who delivers a big hit. Now Raby gets the puck, centers out to Caron, who couldn't handle it. As a good idea there as Caron was cutting towards the net. Stapley along the far wall, 2-on-2 battle. Caron's in the area as Caron gets the puck, but it glanced off his stick to the Growlers. As Newfoundland crosses center ice, they move it to the Utah blue line. Grizz will tap it ahead as Wickers gets it to center ice. Right wing pass to Stapley. Stapley skates the right circle. Righty shot, saved by McKay. Stapley played against Newfoundland quite a bit last season as a member of Trois Rivières. As crossing center ice is Escott. He skates down the middle and he loses the puck. Cole Gallant gets it 2-on-3. Gains the line, veers off to the right as Gallant chips it towards the middle. And it's picked off by the Growlers as Newfoundland left side while the puck is playing Plinko a little bit. It's got a mind of its own as Grizzlies skate towards the left circle. Lefty shot. And it goes wide to the mark as the puck glides along the near wall out to center ice as Wesley will slice it back in. And puck glides to the far side. Growlers in the corner as they get double teamed. Utah gets the puck. They throw it to the left side. One-timer saved by McKay. And he holds on as the Grizzlies won a one-on-one battle in the corner. They're able to find somebody in the left circle who fired a one-timer, but Dryden McKay was able to make the stop. Here late in the second period, Dryden McKay, it's the second time he's faced the Grizzlies this season. McKay gave up 5 goals. I think he played on Black Friday on November 24th as Utah ended up winning that game 5-3. Actually, it was a 6-3 final with Messner getting the empty netter at the end. Grizzlies win the draw. Far circle. Lefty shot is blocked away as we get another whistle with 2:48 left in the second. Hey, there's a guy in a Grizzlies jersey. Looks like he's proud, and he was standing up, so we couldn't see him. I wonder if any Grizzlies fan recognizes that guy, as that looks like one of those season ticket jerseys. Oh no, he then pulled his Grizzlies jersey up to show he had a Growler shirt on. As the draw won by the Grizzlies, Josh Wesley will wrap it around the wall. Action deep in the Growler zone. Far circle, lefty shot saved by McKay. Now Mayhew right side shot goes wide as the Growlers back along the far wall. They kick it across. Newfoundland back deep in their own zone as they'll carry it out to neutral ice. Diagonal pass connects. Growlers skate in. Centering feed goes wide. Growlers will slice along the boards towards the far side. Somebody from behind the score bug moves it ahead. Growlers keep it in right point. Newfoundland lays it as it goes back to the right side. The Growlers back in the right circle. Tough to identify player's name. Shot saved by Januzzi as the puck lifts high into the air towards the near goal line. It goes back to the Growlers. Corey Dennis moves it to the near corner as the Growlers skate around the net. Wesley shadowing as the Growlers get it back up top to Dennis, who feeds it across as Newfoundland will get it back to Dennis. He's on the left side. He winds and fires, and the shot goes wide. It might have bounced off the Campagna stick, and it went out of play with 1:49 left in the second. It's the Grizzlies 2 and the Growlers 2, and really what's been an entertaining hockey game. Unfortunately, identifying players seems to be a bit of a challenge here on this Friday night, as Grizzlies won't be home till January 24th for a 3-game series against Rapid City. We'll be talking about that current homestand, the next homestand, nonstop for 3 weeks, because that's going to be a big series against Rapid City. Growlers win the draw. Corey Dennis, left point shot is blocked away. Grizzlies get it off Januzzi as it goes towards neutral ice. Growlers took it away and fire it back in as there's a minute and a half left in the second. Right point, Victor, shot goes wide. Josh Victor has 1 goal and 3 assists this season. As far side, Growlers spin it along the wall. Victor looks like he kept it in and gets to the near corner as Growlers dropping off. Grizzlies get hit pretty hard by Singleton. Now it goes back to Utah as Grizz get towards center ice and Fitz gets hit. Now puck enters the Growler zone, but Newfoundland gets it as Fitz hits Dillingham in the back. Hopefully that didn't get called, and it wasn't by the referees. Let them play here tonight. Growlers enter from the right side as Newfoundland skates from right to left here in the period. Less than a minute left. Newfoundland gets tripped up, no call. As looks like Januzzi's covered up. As Grizzlies starting to get physical here late in the second period. It looks like once again the officials are letting them play. We haven't seen a ton of power plays in Grizzlies games yet this season, probably the fewest among any team in the league. As Grizzlies playing disciplined hockey, and I think Newfoundland is as well. So I don't think either team wants to take any bad penalties, especially with as close as this game is projected to be. As Growlers mascot sees himself on the video board as Grizzlies get the puck. As they feed it to the right side to Gallant, back to Stapley, who skates down the middle. Stapley throws to the left side. Grizzlies fire a shot, saved by McKay. As a shot was taken from the left side, I think that was Dakota Raby, with Stapley skating down the middle and Gallant towards the right wing. As McKay makes a stop, as draws going to be in the Growlers zone with less than a minute left in the second period. As Josh Wesley talking with the referee. Stapley will take the face-off against Todd Skirving. 39 seconds left in the second. And the draw won by Newfoundland. As Growlers moving out to center ice. It's gloved and dropped by Utah. Grizzlies near center ice. Mayhew chips it in. McKay behind his net. 26 seconds left in the second. Feeds to the far side. Growlers move it ahead. Bounce off a Growlers. Stick to center ice. Wesley back to Mayhew, who lofts it in. Puck to the right corner. Goes back to Newfoundland. As they move it out to their blue line. Johnson with a right wing pass as the Growlers enter the zone. Newfoundland skates towards the right corner. Grizzlies deliver a hit. 7 seconds left in the period. Right wing, righty shot. Saved by Januzzi. Rebound Grizzlies get, and they clear it out to center. And that will do it for 40 minutes over at Mary Brown's Center, as both teams scored 1 goal in the first and both teams scored 1 in the second. Nolan Dillingham scored first for Newfoundland about 6.5 minutes into the second frame. Grizzlies got on a power play. Gallant was on the right side, and he moved a pass across to Josh Wesley, who connected on a one-timer from the left side in a very similar spot on the ice to which he scored Utah's lone goal on Sunday afternoon against Tulsa in a 1-0 victory. So Grizzlies won 3 in a row overall, and they're looking to make it 4 in a row. It looks like we've got an outstanding hockey game here through 2 periods. Now, remember, the Grizzlies have not played a game past regulation all season. Could this possibly be the day we see overtime in a Grizzlies game this year? Well, it's the first game of 2024, and the Grizzlies are looking to change their luck on the road, and they've played well through 2 frames. As we're tied at 2 after 2 periods, and when we come back, we'll recap the first 2 periods statistically and also go over some scores from around the world of sports. We're tied at 2 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountainland Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountainland Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm. And our lights on. It's the power behind the team. And a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Second intermission over at Mary Brown Center. We're tied at 2. Both teams had 1 goal in the first and both had 1 in the second. We'll see what happens here in the third. As for what happened in the first period, Growlers got on the board first. Johnny Tykonik got his 5th of the year, 941, and with Tate Singleton getting the assist. Grizzlies tied it up as Kyle Mayhew was along the near circle, got around a couple Growlers, skated to the goal line, centered it out in front to Aragon, who put it away for his third in a Grizzlies uniform and fifth overall. Stapley and Mayhew with the assists. You talk about two of Utah's best performers in the month of December getting assists in Stapley and Mayhew. Score is tied at 1. Grizzlies 15 shots. Growlers had 13. A lot of shots also taken in the second period. Utah had 17 shots to the Growlers 14, as Utah has a 32-27 edge through 2 periods. Growlers scored 6:57 into the second period as Jordan Escott skated around his net and centered it out to Nolan Dillingham. Dillingham was pretty close to the right circle, but he was still down the middle of the ice. One-timer that went past Januzzi. Dilly gets his third of the year with Escott and Johnny Tykonik getting the assists. So far, Tykonik, he has 1 goal and 1 assist. He was just named to the league all-star team earlier this week. And Kyle Mayhew will be representing the Grizzlies at the All-Star Classic on Monday, January 15th. Grizzlies got a power play after Josh Victor got a hooking minor 9:31 into the second period. Grizzlies entered the attack zone late in the power play, as it was in the second half of the power play for sure, as Stapley skated towards the right side, or he was down the middle. Gallant was skating to the right side, got to the line with momentum, skated to the circle down, then fed a pass across to Josh Wesley, who got a one-timer, and it connected with 10:56 into the second period. So Gallant got the main assist, and Stapley picked up an assist as well. Stapley now has 2 assists tonight and 21 on the season. And Cole Gallant picked up his 14th assist of the campaign. And for Josh Wesley, he now has a power play goal in back-to-back games. And that was all she wrote for the scoring. And like we said, there hasn't been many penalties. Adam Berg got a tripping minor, 17:03 into the first. Grizz did a good job killing off the penalty. And then obviously Josh Victor's hooking minor, 9:31 into the second, led to Utah's second goal of the night. Dryden McKay for Newfoundland has stopped 30 of 32. The shot's been pretty balanced for the most part, with the exception of Keenan Suthers, who leads the way with 7 shots on goal. Suthers is the big 6'8", 245-pound forward. Otherwise, it's been pretty balanced. Grant Cruikshank has 3 shots, and then a bunch of Growlers have 2 shots, which include Caulfield, Singleton, Dillingham, Tykonik, as well as Neil Shea, Isaac Johnson, and Corey Dennis. So the Growlers have been pretty balanced in terms of their offensive attack, as they've got goals from defensemen. Both their goals have been scored by defensemen here so far. Tykonik in the first period and Dillingham in the second. As for the Grizzlies, they've been pretty balanced in the shot count as well, as quite a few Grizzlies are tied for the club lead with 3. And it includes Brett Stapley, as well as Quinn Wickers, Aaron Aragon, Wesley, Penner, Gallant, and Cutler. So we got like a 6 or 7-way tie for the shot lead here so far tonight with 3. Brandon Cutler leads the Grizzlies in shots on goal this season with 98. Kyle Mayhew picked up a first period assist. He now has an assist in 4 straight games. And for Brett Stapley, it's already a multiple point game. It's his team leading 8th multiple point game this season. And we mentioned earlier on how the 2 stars in the month of December statistically, Cole Gallant, who had 5 goals and 11 assists in 15 games in December. He already has an assist, which came in the second period, and Stapley had 2 goals and 14 assists in the month of December, and he's got 2 assists here in the first game in January. So we're tied at 2, and it looks like it's going to be an interesting one. Hey, it'll be interesting to see if we get overtime for the first time this season. The Grizzlies are the only club in the league who have not played past regulation. And we'll see if the Grizzlies can come away with a road win, as they are 0-11 on the road. Every other team in the league has at least 3 road victories this season. When we come back, we'll go over some scores from around the world of sports, as we're tied at 2 after 2 periods on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
They Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So let's right here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
Welcome back to Grizzlies Hockey as I'm hanging out in the Grizz Cave just outside the Grizzlies team store. Attendance over at Mary Brown Center, 1,604. But it's understandable considering that apparently there's a blizzard going on in Newfoundland today. So much so that they had to make a post saying that the game is going to be played as scheduled here tonight. We're tied at 2 after 2 periods. We'll have third period action shortly. A few games are underway in the league as Maine is at Adirondack. That game is a minute and a half in, no score. Also just getting underway, Savannah is at Jacksonville. Cincinnati is at Kalamazoo. Cincinnati is a 500 club this year with a record of 14-14-1. Kalamazoo is 14-15-1. Wheeling is at Orlando. South Carolina at Greenville, just underway. Indy is at Norfolk. And Trois-Rivières is at Worcester. I'm not sure if Corey Thomas is going to be the lineup for Trois-Rivières as that game is going to get underway here shortly. Earlier this week, this past Tuesday, in fact, Corey Thomas was traded to the Trois-Rivières Lions. That was to complete the future considerations portion of the trade where Cole Gallant was sent to the Grizzlies right at the start of the season. So, it's certainly good for the Grizzlies since they got Cole Gallant in the deal, but obviously you got to give up a player in return, and Corey Thomas ends up going to the Lions. I'm not sure. We'll have to check later on once we find the lineups if he's in the lineup for Trois-Rivières. Getting underway in about 10 minutes from now. Fort Wayne is at Toledo. At 5:30, Florida is at Atlanta. At 6 o'clock, a couple Mountain Division showdowns as Rapid City is at Tulsa. Tulsa's lost quite a few in a row. I think they've lost 7 in a row. And Allen is at Wichita. As Allen and Wichita, those are two teams the Grizzlies are closest to in the standings. So I think for the Grizzlies, you got to watch out for that weekend series. Allen and Wichita, that game being played at Intrust Bank Arena. Those same teams will meet at Intrust Bank Arena tomorrow night. And at 7 o'clock, Reading is at Idaho. Reading is 12-14-1-1 on the year. Idaho is 22-8-0-1. But Reading on Wednesday night was able to get a 7-3 victory at Idaho. So Reading gets a victory against Idaho, and I know all Grizzlies fans are going to be rooting for the Reading Royals to get today against the Idaho Steelheads. 2 NHL games just getting underway. Chicago is at New Jersey and Carolina at Washington. At 8 o'clock tonight, Winnipeg is at Anaheim. One NBA score, the Jazz will take on the Boston Celtics in a few minutes from now. Boston is a 14-point favorite. They have a record of 26-7. The Jazz come into play with a record of 16-19. Well, when we come back, we'll have third period action. We'll also go over some interesting stats and preview the next homestand, which we'll probably do over and over again here in this 9-game road trip as Utah begins a 3-game series against Newfoundland tonight. It's been a pretty entertaining hockey game. It's been pretty evenly played between the two sides. As we're tied at 2 after 2 periods, both of the Growlers' goals have been scored by defensemen. And for the Grizzlies, they have goals from Aaron Aragon and Josh Wesley, with Brett Stapley picking up 2 assists. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smiths app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smiths, fresh for everyone.
Tonight's game is presented by the ECHL, celebrating its 36th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank everybody for your support of ECHL hockey, and they would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, exclusive signage provider; Athletic Net, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; Belleville University, the official higher education partner; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Group, sponsors of the 2024 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Dash, the official mobile auction platform; the Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Fan Saves, official digital couponing platform; Flow Sports, the exclusive streaming provider; Howie's Hockey Tape, exclusive hockey tape and lace provider; in Glasgow, exclusive puck provider; and by Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider and title sponsor of the 2024 ECHL All-Star Classic. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to flowhockey.tv. And speaking of All-Stars, we've had a couple show up tonight in big ways. Johnny Tykonik has 1 goal and 1 assist. Kyle Mayhew really made the play that set up Utah's first period goal on a pass to Aaron Aragon out in front of the net. Well, it'll be interesting to see the next homestand for the Grizzlies. Utah's got 9 road games starting tonight. In fact, they've got 7 games in a 10-day stretch, as the Grizzlies will take on Newfoundland tomorrow night at 3:30 and Sunday afternoon at 12:30. Then the Grizzlies head back on the road, and they stay on the road. In fact, they take on Allen Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday of next week. The games against Allen on the road, Wednesday, January 10th at 6:10, and then Friday, January 12th at 6:10, and Saturday, January 13th is going to be a 3:10 start. Then the Grizzlies get on the bus, and they go from Allen to Wichita, and they face the Wichita Thunder on Sunday, January 14th at 3:05. But the road trip continues, as Grizzlies will be at Kansas City at 6:35 on Friday, January 19th, and at Kansas City on Saturday, January 20th at 5:05. It looks like the referees are now on the ice. We'll have third period action shortly. We'll come back in 1 minute and have third period action over from Mary Brown's Center as Utah and Newfoundland are tied at 2 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Expectations here will always remain high, and we'll continue to find a way.
Guys put together a lot of good games, you know.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey as we'll skate 5-on-5 to start the third period. Both teams have had 1 power play. Utah is 1 for 1 on the power play and a perfect 1 for 1 on the penalty kill. If it's the same 5 that started the game, it will be Penner, Berg, and Fitz, along with the 2 defensemen, Brian Yoon and Quinn Wickers. It looks like Newfoundland's going to change things up to start the third period as Isaac Johnson will be on the ice. He's been outstanding for the Growlers. He has 11 goals and 17 assists in only 18 games. As Johnson will take the draw for Newfoundland as we're tied at 2. He's talking with Tate Singleton and Zach O'Brien. O'Brien's he's really been one of the most productive offensive players over the last 5 years in this league. As Johnson, hands and stick on knee, as looks like he's working out the left and right ankles. So he'll skate towards the center ice dot against Utah's Tyler Penner. Penner in a black jersey with white numbers, professional green trim as the Growlers win the draw. Growlers skating from left to right here in the third period as we see it on Flow Sports. And we beg for patience as we're at the mercy of this video feed. Grizzlies gather at their blue line as Yoon ships it across towards Wickers, who moves it over the head of Penner, and it goes back towards Singleton. He gets bounced by Penner. Grizzlies get it and cross center ice. Fitz near wing, will wrap it around the wall. Dryden McKay cuts up behind his net. He's being challenged by Adam Berg. As the puck goes back to the right side, Grizzlies chip it around. Berg will hustle after it in the near corner, but the Growlers get there first. They move it to Wickers. As Wickers cuts it off, Berg goes down as he feeds the high slot. No icing as the Grizzlies chase after it. It's taken by Brian Yoon, the Colorado captain. He'll zip it ahead to the left side. It goes past Quinn Wickers. Deep in the Growlers zone as Newfoundland, far side, will move it across center ice logo. Grizzlies chip it ahead as Stapley gains the line. He gets held up, no call. Stapley in the near corner, gets the puck and skates back towards the near point, drops it off for Mayhew. Mayhew 1 assist tonight. He centers it out in front. Shot goes wide as they try to find a cutter out in front of the net. I think that might have been, I couldn't quite tell who it was. Near side, Grizzlies. Aragon moves to Stapley. Stapley toe drag. Couldn't get a shot off as he got back checked. Stapley gets it. As now big scrums. The puck ended up towards Dryden McKay, who covers up as we get a whistle about a minute into the third period. Well, a good shift by the Grizzlies forwards there. Raby, Gallant, and Stapley. Well, you talk about a guy in Stapley that obviously played in that building before, last season playing with Trois Rivières. That's a team that normally plays Newfoundland quite a bit year in and year out. As the draw is going to be in the Growlers zone, Utah wins it. Right side, lefty shot is blocked away. That was taken by Mayhew. Mayhew gets it back. He gets the Campagna over to Wesley. One-timer, saved by McKay. Rebound towards the near side. As Utah double teams the Growlers. Now it's a 2-on-2 battle in the corner. As Utah holding its ground. As Campagna looks by. As Messner gets knocked down. Raby has to go between his legs. Now Raby battles. Growlers will moving out towards center ice. Campagna keeps it in, lifts it high into the air as the puck bounces in the right corner on one hop of the ice. Newfoundland goes down, and no penalty on the play as a stick gets laying deep in the Growlers zone. Newfoundland chips it off the near wing wall to center ice. Mayhew has a glance off his stick as Raby couldn't gather it. Grizzlies will dump it back in. Cole Gallant chases after it slowly, but it's the Growlers that get it. 17:40 and counting left in the third. We're tied at 2. As the Growlers skate from left to right here in the third period as we see it on Flow Sports. Rink-wide pass gets zipped towards Cron. Now the Growlers center, Adam Daub, slot, righty shot goes wide. Januzzi might have gotten a piece of it. As puck goes back to Utah. As Grizz cross center ice. As Semick skates in, skates towards the corner, and he fires it around the wall. Cron gets it poked away as it goes back to the Growlers. As Adam Daub crosses center ice. He'll fire it in. Daub with good speed, not a very big guy, collides with Semick along the glass behind Utah's net. Grizzlies gather it as Utah diagonal pass goes past Aragon and glides towards McKay, who has to cover up in the crease. That's where the puck ended up. Skating over there was Penner and Aragon, but McKay was able to cover up. As here early in the third period, we get another whistle, and the Grizzlies get another offensive zone draw. I wonder if this is the kind of game where you talk about the next goal winning, was this going to be one of those type of games where the next goal ends up deciding this game? As a fan in a Maple Leafs jersey looking at his phone, doesn't look like he's showing any intent of watching the action on the ice. Grizzlies are 1-2, and when tied after 2 periods this year, they continue to show him, and he just is oblivious to what's going on in front of him. He has no clue he was on the video board. They're in Newfoundland. Grizzlies win the draw. They're behind the net as Utah kicks up top to Wickers. He's in the left point, but we get a whistle And there's a battle out in front of the net. Penner was in the area. And once again, there's that fan who's got no clue. He's on the video board. He looks up, then looks back down. Now he looks up, and I think he sees him. And he looks towards his left, and he looks back up top. We get a penalty on somebody. And it looks like it's going to be on the Grizzlies. As I think that's Tyler Penner going to the box. It looks like the Growlers are going to get a power play here early in the third period. Looks like those fans having a good time. We believe Penner's in the box as he was battling out in front of the net as Wickers was taking a shot from the left side. As, you know, Grizzlies look pretty strong on the penalty kill in the first period. We'll see what happens here. 2-minute penalty as Growlers are on the power play. They win the face-off. They're in the attack zone. They get it to the right side. Now back to the high slot. Tykonik feeds it to his left as the Growlers all alone in the left circle get to the far goal line. Now they chip it out in front. Grizzlies poke it back towards the far wing wall. It's Tykonik near the line. Gets challenged by Gallant. Tykonik slides to the far corner. Now back to Tykonik in the left point. He's already got a goal tonight. He skates towards his right. He's now on the high slot. He gets to the left side as the Growlers fire towards the far goal line. Now they chip it across as it bounced off of Januzzi's skate, and the Grizzlies get it and clear it out. Tykonik will glide back deep in his own zone and get it from Dryden McKay. 1:20 and counting left in the Growlers power play. As looks like we're a couple minutes into the third period as it's a 2-2 game. Growlers cross center ice. O'Brien gains the line, and he gets it poked away back to center. As the Growlers still in control, Isaac Johnson has it. He'll chip it to the right side as Berezowski will drop it off at center ice. It goes to Tykonik. He throws to the left. Growlers enter as they spin it along the wall. Isaac Johnson cutting it off as Johnson battles along the near wall. 2-on-2 battle, and puck goes to the right point. Tykonik keeps it in. He skates towards his left for the blue line nearby. Over to Johnson, right side. Johnson, righty shot. He goes wide. Januzzi on his backside as the Growlers kick it out in front. Shot and a score. As the Growlers take a 3-2 lead as Januzzi was laying down with a lot of action. Grizzlies argue their case, but the Growlers have taken a 3-2 lead on a power play goal. It looks like it's been scored by Grant Cruikshank. Cruikshank gets his 14th of the year as Januzzi was laying down. Cruikshank poked it right past Januzzi, who was laying down as he had lost his balance. Cruikshank is their top goal scorer this season with 14 on the year. As he high-fives everybody on the Growlers bench. It's a power play goal as both teams now have a power play goal here so far tonight, and Newfoundland's taken a 3-2 lead. Didn't look like the Grizzlies were really arguing too much for a call being made as Januzzi did lose his balance. And draw, we believe, is going to be at center ice. These are the most worthless shots you can possibly get, is the shots where you're just looking at a crowd. Like, what am I supposed to say? Looks like everybody's pointing towards center ice. They might be at video replay right now. It's almost like guys are doing a tomahawk chop. They're just kind of pointing as, you know, the referee's signal for a good goal, because that's what they're doing. The referee in row 2 is doing that. And literally, everybody looks like they're just doing a tomahawk chop. I didn't know there's a lot of Atlanta Braves fans living in Newfoundland. Yeah, everybody's doing that chop towards signaling a good goal to center ice. So I'm guessing this play is under video review. Now that guy does the Macarena, the heavy set person. And now they go to somebody else on the camera. As it looked like there was a lot of action out in front. It ended up with Cruikshank as Januzzi lost his balance. Maybe that's what they're looking at. Are they looking at goaltender interference? Well, we don't know. We're not getting many details from the video feed we're getting. It looks like a good goal, though, as it's now a 3-2 game as Grant Cruikshank gets his 14th of the year. Draw is going to be at center ice. Dylan Fitz and Tykonik talking with the referee as we believe they went to video replay and called it a good goal. We didn't get a replay, though, as Brandon Cutler argues his case. Looks like it's now a 3-2 Growlers lead as they got a power play goal early in the third period. As a draw won by the Grizzlies, they skate from right to left here in the third period as we try to see it. And as Wesley moves it ahead, Growlers chase after as McKay had to play it in the crease. As the Growlers throw it around their net, skating from left to right. As Newfoundland gets towards center ice, Grizzlies gather it, and Cutler fires it back in. McKay behind his net. As he'll throw it to the far side as we're 5 minutes into the third period. As the Growlers moving out to center ice. Now the Growlers will chip it off the boards. And boy, he looks pretty good for his size, the big 6'8" forward. as Southers throws it to the far side. Now goes back behind Utah's net. One-on-one battle as the Growlers with a 1-goal lead kick it up top. Growlers take a lefty shot, and it's blocked away as the puck ricochets back to the center ice and the Growlers blue line as Grizzlies make a line change 5.5 minutes into the third. Growlers move it ahead as it gets redirected at neutral ice. It goes deep in the Grizzlies zone. Utah chases after it as Grizz behind their own net as they trail 3-2 as the Grizzlies spread the ice. As we believe that's Quinn Wickers back behind his net. He's got Mayhew out there, and the Grizzlies chip it to the near side as it gets neutralized with momentum. As Messner moves to Raby, has to tap off his stick in deep. As Raby out there with Messner, Grizzlies switching up the forward lines here in the third period. Growlers gather it as they cross center ice. As they gain the line, Adam Doss stops in the near corner with speed. Now he throws it behind his back. Is behind the goal line. As Tate Singleton gets hit by Messner. The Singleton keeps his balance. Now he kicks it up top. As the Growlers, Dennis, right point, lefty shot, glove saved by Januzzi. He holds on with 13:42 left in the third. The power play goal was scored by Grant Cruikshank with Zach O'Brien and Jackson Berezowski gained the assist. 4:38 into the third period. It's the Growlers 3 and the Grizzlies 2. We're back in 1 minute on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
It's the Growlers 3 and the Grizzlies 2 as there's less than 14 minutes left in the third period. As Grant Cruikshank scored a power play goal, 4:38 into the third. Both teams have a power play goal. Utah is 1 for 1. Newfoundland is 1 for 2. Tyler Penner got a cross-checking minor 3:16 into the third that led to that Cruikshank power play goal. Penner will take the draw, but it's the Growlers that win the face-off as Zach O'Brien kicks it out in front. It bounced off a Grizzlies skate. Johnson gets it across as the Growlers looking to connect, but don't. As puck goes back to the far side, Johnson is battling with Quinn Wickers. It's Johnson as Yoon holds him up as Johnson gets it back over. Now it kicks to the left circle. Growlers couldn't corral it. It goes up top. Growlers fire towards the net. It goes over Januzzi's head off the glass as Newfoundland right circle gets bounced by Semick, and it goes to Adam Berg, who moves to his right. Now back to Berg on the give and go from Penner. Berg gains the line, skates towards the left circle, fires a shot that goes wide. Right point as Messner backhands it to Berg. Berg back towards Messner. Gets kicked away by a Growlers stick. Growlers cross center ice 2-on-3. They dump it in. Semick chases after it. He'll drop it off. Grizzlies will move it ahead. Utah gets it back to Semick, who crosses center ice with speed. Semick gains the line, drops off for Aragon, who's in the left point. Aragon back to the near goal line for Semick, who tried to kick it out in front to Messner. The pass bounced off a Growler's stick. As Aragon battles, Messner over there, he shovels it back towards the Growlers net, and McKay covers up. As Messner, after the one-on-one battle was over in the near corner, Messner just got the puck and just kind of brushed it towards the Growlers net, towards McKay, who covered up. After the whistle, Cody Cron out in front, battling for position. He kind of gets tangled up with a Growlers skater, and play stops. As draw's going to be in the offensive zone for Utah as they're looking to tie it up. Remember, the Grizzlies haven't played in overtime yet this year. This could end up being the night, but the Grizzlies need at least one. They've scored 1 goal in each of the 2 periods here this evening. Fans look like they're having a good time over in Newfoundland. The Grizzlies are looking for their first road victory of the season. Stapley will take the draw. He's got Gallant to his left. Both guys have points tonight. Stapley 2 assists, Gallant with 1 assist. Cruikshank wins the face-off. He skates around the Growlers net as he gets it to a defenseman who spins along the near wall. And near side, he goes back over Mayhew, battles at his blue line, gets it towards Cutler. As the Grizzlies changed up forward lines here in the third period, Cutler Centers the Stapley. Actually, Galana goes back to Cutler in the near corner. He wraps it around the wall. Has a big collision in the far corner. Growlers will move it ahead. Newfoundland slides it across. The Growlers enter the zone right side as they get held up by Mayhew. Puck goes behind Utah's net as Wesley chips it to the far side. Growlers get tripped up behind the score bug. That was Berezowski in the area. Grizzlies gather it and cross center and saucer it in as Utah makes a line change with 11:44 and counting left in the third. As the Growlers feed it to the far side, skating from left to right. They get to center ice. Messner with a back check as a Grizzly player loses a stick. Grizzly skate in right side. Now they veer off to the left. Raby takes a shot and it's blocked away by the stick of a Growlers defenseman, Johnny Tykonik. Tykonik gets the puck. He crosses center ice and he zips it in. Tykonik with 1 goal and 1 assist already tonight. As Januzzi feeds it to the near corner. As Grizzlies win the battle. Campagna in the area. As the puck squirts deep in the Growlers zone. Looks like it's going to be icing on Utah as we get a whistle with 11:11 left in the third. Same teams tomorrow evening. 3:20 pregame show. Face off about 3:35 here in the Mountain Time Zone. Sunday's game is going to start at 12:30 with coverage beginning at 12:20. Make sure to follow the Grizzlies on Facebook, Instagram, X, Snapchat, and TikTok. I'm on X at Tyson on Sports. Keenan Suthers, the big 6'8" forward, will take the draw against Mick Messner. As Messner out there with Wickers, Brian Yoon. Utah wins the draw. Yoon skates around his net. He'll chip it towards Campagna, who dumps it in as Growlers chase after it. As they skate from left to right, Growlers skate around their net. As now around center ice, they carry it and will throw it to the far side. Growlers dump it towards Januzzi, who stops it and gives way to make sure play continues. Penner over to Berg, who gains the line. Berg skates around 4 Growlers, skates towards the near goal line. Lefty shot. And saved by McKay. Boy, the Growlers really let Berg just kind of walk around them and through them. And he put together a really good scoring chance along the near goal line, but McKay was able to make the save. Less than 11 minutes left in the third period as fans start to do the wave. At least 2 rows are trying to get a wave going. It's really hard to get an empty blue seat to do the wave, though. As looks like participation is needed. They're trying to get it going, though, as the Grizzlies win the draw. Fitz gets it up top as Mayhew in the high slot takes a lefty shot. Gets blocked away. Just too much traffic out in front of the net as Fitz gets tripped up along the near side by Adam Daw. No call on the play as the Growlers get the puck as they're still on their own end as they zip it across. The Growlers cross center ice 3-on-3. Names are a little bit tough to see on the particular screen I'm seeing. It's the Growlers on the left point. Wait for everybody else to enter. Now they drop it off to the left circle. Lefty shot goes wide. They try to go high on Januzzi as Daw battles with a Grizzly player over as Utah gets tripped up. Daw gets the puck as Adam Berg was battling with Adam Daw as Berg hit the ice, and Daw is going to get a penalty, 2 minutes for tripping. So Utah is going to get their second power play of the game. They're 1-for-1 in the man advantage here tonight as Daw gets 2 minutes for tripping, and he'll go to the box. Daw serving penalty minutes 20 and 21 this season. Remember, he got in a fight with Aaron Aragon earlier this season at Maverick Center on Thanksgiving week. Messner will take the draw. He's got Cutler to his right and Fitz to his left. Critical sequence for the Grizzlies to try to tie this game as Newfoundland leads 3-2. Grant Cruikshank, who has the difference-making goal so far. He scored in the third period on the power play. He takes the draw and he wins it. A Growler is on 2 knees as Newfoundland will slide it all the way deep in the Grizzlies zone as the puck got air under it, though, as it didn't completely slide on the ice. Yoon gathers it as he's in the near side. He'll drop it off as the Grizzlies spread the ice. Right wing pass. Utah crosses center. Now they gained the line as Grizz glide over there as Messner over towards Campagna. He's in the left point. He slides it across to Yoon, who gets to Messner. Lefty shot goes wide as Messner looking for his 10th of the year as puck goes back to Campagna. Over to Yoon. He gets to Cutler in the right circle. Cutler back to Yoon. Over to Cutler as Cutler right side. Lefty shot is blocked away. I think McKay got a piece of it as Grizzlies get it back to Cutler. He's in the right point. He skates towards Sizz left as Cutler will get it to Campagna in the left point. Campagna backhands it across to Yoon. Yoon over to Cutler down the middle. Lefty shot gets blocked away. McKay goes on his side as the puck glides towards the near wing boards. Growlers hustle after it and backhand it out of the zone. As Januzzi skates towards the right corner to cut it off and gets to Yoon. As there's 50 seconds left in the power play and less than 9 minutes left in regulation, Growlers lead 3-2. Grizzlies make a change. Gallant out there, Stapley as well. As the Grizzlies get to Gallant on the right side, he slides it across to Mayhew, who gets to Berg, who drew the penalty. Berg gets stripped up again, no call. As the Growlers slide it along the far side and clear it all the way out. Januzzi behind his net. We'll give it as Mayhew's on the left side, but the puck goes somewhere else. Now it goes to Mayhew on the left side. He slides it across. Grizzlies enter the zone with momentum. They skeet towards the right circle. They drop it off for Stapley. The pass is wide of the mark. As Growlers say they got held up by Mayhew, no call, and the puck kicks out to center ice. As the Grizzlies left wing pass to Wesley, he enters. 5 seconds left in the power play. Grizzlies get it back to Wesley from Stapley. Stapley throws to the near goal line for Berg. He has a bobble off his stick. As out of the penalty box is the Growlers' Adam Daw. Daw gets it hit at the offensive blue line and dumps it in as Mayhew collides with Daw. Mayhew keeps his balance and throws it behind his back to the far corner for Wesley. As Wesley zips it across the far wing boards, goes back to Utah as Brett Stapley enters the zone as he lifts it into the left corner. Grizzlies gather it. Cron tried to center it, but fanned on the backhand attempt as 2-on-2 battle along the near side. It goes to the left side. Now it goes back to the vacated corner. Utah delivers a hit as the puck gets air under it to the near circle. Now it goes over to Wickers, who slides it to the near corner. Now Wickers skates over there and gets the puck after Utah got engulfed by a defenseman. As Wickers around the net, backhand shot, saved by McKay. As the puck goes back to the near side, as Penner throws it across. Wickers will chip it up top. As the Grizzlies fire towards the net, it gets redirected about 10 feet in front of McKay and glides towards the far corner. Penner skates over there with about 7 minutes left. As Penner gets the puck and he'll wing it around the boards, but the puck very slowly glides along there behind the Growlers net. Growlers kick it back to the far side. Utah up top, gets to the right circle. Righty shot, save, rebound, shot, and a score. Grizzlies tied up. As Yoon took the shot from the right side, Aragon's in the area, as well as Karan. And it looks like Tyler Penner, though, skates to the bench first. As the Iron Man gets his 4th of the year, as he high-fives everybody on the Grizzlies bench. And with less than 7 minutes left in the third period, the Grizzlies have tied it up at 3. Well, Utah did a good job keeping the puck in the offensive zone for quite a while, as Utah finds a way to tie it up here late in the frame. Both teams have 1 goal in the first, 1 in the second, and both clubs now have 1 here in the third, as we're tied at 3 with less than 7 minutes left in the third. Grizzlies won the draw. They throw it in, but it goes to the Growlers, who carry it across center ice, right wing. The Growlers gain the line. They get around Kyle Mayhew, right wing, lefty shot saved by Januzzi. As the Grizzlies move it out to center, as looked like Raby couldn't reach it. As the Growlers back in their own end, skating from left to right. 6.5 minutes left in the third. Right wing pass connects to the Utah blue line. Growlers dump it in. Januzzi behind his net, throws to the far side, fits in the area. As Newfoundland from behind the net centers it, Mayhew picks it off and fires it off the far wing boards. As Fitz will move it out to center. As the Grizz, McMessner tosses it ahead. Grizzlies at the end of their shift as the Growlers get the puck back with 6 minutes left in the third. Newfoundland gets the center ice as David Ferentz skates in. Lefty shot, hits the post, no goal. As Grizzlies along the wall, Growlers in the near corner, as they'll kick it up top. As Ferentz feeds to the left circle, now goes back up top. As Kapchek back to the left side, Growlers far goal line. As Brian Yoon doing a good job shadowing the Growlers. As Newfoundland left point, will drop it off. I think that's O'Brien. He skates towards the corner now around Utah's net as Utah pokes it away. Grizz doing a good job with active sticks tonight. As puck lifts in the air to center ice, it's gloved and dropped by David Ferentz. First time he's played against the Grizzlies. He drives it back in. Januzzi plays it behind his net as there's 9:10 and counting left in the third. Or maybe there's 6:08. I think there's 5:08 left in the third, whatever. As the Growlers skate left side, shot goes wide, wraparound shot, kick saved by Januzzi. Now the Growlers over in the far corner, deep in the Grizzlies zone as Utah moves it to the point, but it's kept in. High slot lefty shot is blocked as there's now 4:48 and counting left in the third. Grizzlies moving out to center ice. Stapley has to go past him. Growlers, Josh Victor has it back deep in his own end. He's behind the net. Now he starts the attack as he skates down the middle with long strides. Near wing pass connects as the Growlers skate in. Newfoundland, right side, shot, saved by Januzzi, who gathers it just in front of the crease. As we got about 4 minutes left in regulation, it's the Grizzlies 3 and the Growlers 3, as Tyler Penner tied it up with Cody Cron and Aaron Aragon getting the assist. 13-10 into the third period. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
The Grizzlies have yet to play in overtime this season. The Newfoundland Growlers have had 9 games past regulation. We're tied at 3 late in the third period, and we come back in 15 seconds. We'll recap and resume play here late.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
We're tied at 3. We're tied at 2 coming into the third period. Grant Cruikshank scored a power play goal for the Growlers. 4:38 in with Zach O'Brien and Jackson Berezowski gained the assist. Grizzlies tied it up with a 5-on-5 goal. 13-10 in with Penner getting his 4th of the year with Karan and Aragon getting the assist. Both teams are 1 for 2 on the power play. Grizzlies have 37 shots. The Growlers have 33. As the draw is won by the Grizzlies in their own zone, they're skating from right to left. As Utah along the near side gets to center ice, Mayhew gains the line. Left side, he chips it in as he gets around Josh Victor as Mayhew gets blasted along the end boards. Grizzlies get it back to Mayhew behind Newfoundland's net over to the right side. One-timer saved by McKay as that shot was taken by Dylan Fitz. As Growlers moving out to center ice here, 4:09 and counting. As Singleton chases after, he collides with a Grizzly. Puck glides towards the near wing wall as the Growlers get pushed along the boards. Newfoundland looks to center it, nobody home. And now it goes to the left side. Lefty shot saved by Januzzi as the puck went past Keenan Suthers towards the left circle. Lefty shot was taken, but Januzzi made the save with 3:58 left in the third. Crowd just over 1,600 tonight over in Newfoundland, as apparently there was a blizzard over in that area. Luckily for the Grizzlies, it appears their hotel is right next to the arena. Same teams tomorrow night. 3:30 face-off, 3:20 pregame show. Singleton will take the draw against Mick Messner as face-off won by the Grizzlies. As Utah's Quinn Wickers skates around his net, he's got Berezowski trailing him. As Wickers moves out to the Utah blue line, and now they cross center. As Utah loses it, it goes back to Newfoundland, who gets it across. As the Growlers zip it off the near wing boards. It bounced off the stick of Wickers. It goes back to Utah. As Grizzlies misconnect on a long-range pass, it goes back to Kapchek, who moves it across. The Growlers get to neutral ice. They move it ahead. Growlers gained the line. Left circle, they get a cross off the boards as Berezowski has a poke off his stick. Now Singleton behind his net gets to Berezowski. Right wing, righty shot. Saved by Januzzi. As he holds on, Singleton was along the end boards and found Berezowski cutting towards the net from the right side. Good pass by Singleton to Berezowski, but Januzzi was able to make the stop late in the third period. Berezowski's been really a key contributor to the Growlers' attack so far this season. He's got 23 points in 23 games, 9 goals and 14 assists. Todd Skirving will take the draw for Newfoundland against Brandon Cutler. Draw won by the Growlers. Right wing, righty shot is blocked away. That shot was taken by Dillingham. As the Grizzlies get to center ice, 3 minutes left, and they lift it in. Cutler chases after. He throws it behind his back along the near wing wall as it goes past Cole Gallant and back to center ice. As Grizzlies throw it back in, shot is blocked away by McKay as he moves to the near side. Growlers spread the ice as there's 2:49 and counting. As the Growlers skate around their center ice logo, now they chip it ahead. Now they throw it diagonally towards the far side. Growlers will back it out into their own end. There's 2.5 minutes left here in regulation. Growlers have played in 9 games past regulation. The Grizzlies have yet to play one. as Newfoundland will now settle behind their goaltender, Dryden McKay, as the Growlers will get to the near side. Newfoundland will tap it off the wall as Southers chases after it, as does Neil Shea, number 22, as Yoon throws it between his legs. Growlers keep it in left side. Now bounced off a Growler stick out to center ice. Newfoundland lifts it in as it's gloved and dropped by Wickers in front of Utah's net. He moves to the near side with 2:04 left as Yoon crosses center ice, right wing pass. Grizzlies dump it in. Yoon chases after it and gets it. He tried to center it. It bounced off a Growler stick, and it flies out of play with 1:57 left in the third. So it's going to be interesting to see who the hero is tonight. For the Grizzlies, they're looking for their first road victory of the season. In all three periods, the Growlers scored first, and then the Grizzlies responded with a tying goal. Looks like everybody doing the gritty now over in Newfoundland with less than a minute left in regulation. Or maybe there's more than a minute. There's a minute 36 left. As Grizzlies won the draw, Mayhew, left side, fires towards the net. It goes wide. As now there's 1:49 left. Growlers get the pucks. They ski to neutral ice, move it ahead towards Berezowski. Utah cuts in front of him. As the Grizzlies, Brett Stapley will gain the line as he gets challenged. Puck goes back to center ice as Stapley goes down. He gets back to his feet. As taking the puck is Josh Wesley, who skates around the center ice logo. Wesley, right side, fires towards the net. It goes wide. Maybe he kicked it towards the left corner. We didn't see that portion at the beginning. As Grizzlies behind the net, 2-on-2 battle. Growlers get tripped up, no call. As Stapley gathers it, left circle, righty shot, saved by McKay. He holds on as play is stopped with 1:19 left in the third. So Grizzlies will get an offensive zone draw, and I think you have to like the Grizzlies' puck possession that they've had, not only in the third period, but here throughout the game. Utah's had a bit of a slight edge in the shot count. It seems like they've been the aggressor offensively. Really, they played a good game as both teams have put together a good effort tonight. As the draw won by the Growlers, they're deep in their own end near side as Cron battles with a Growler who feeds it to the far side. Yoon cuts it off in the right point. He wraps it around as Utah couldn't reach it. Action still deep in the Growlers zone as Cron will feed it to the right corner as it bounced off the ice on one hop as Yoon gets spun around. Cron in the area. Yoon skates towards his left. He's now on the high slot. Backhand shot goes over the crossbar. Grizzlies get it off the wall. They kick it up top to Wickers as goes back towards Penner, who feeds it around the net. It's cut off by the Growlers. 38 seconds left. Newfoundland throws to the right side. Grizzlies pick it off. They skate towards the right circle. Righty shot goes wide as it went stick side on McKay. Grizzlies cross center. They throw it back in. 27 seconds left in regulation. Growlers throw it to the far side as they saucer it to the right side off the boards. As Pat's bounced off the stick, Mayhew hustles after it, and the puck goes back to center ice. 14 seconds left. Growlers in their own end as they go D to D. Now there's 10 seconds left. It looks like we're going to get overtime for the first time this season. Singleton moves it ahead. 3 seconds left. As now we do have overtime. Time has run out in regulation. Both teams get a standing point, and for the first time this season, the Grizzlies will head to overtime. For the Growlers, it's their 10th time past regulation this year, but for the Grizzlies, it's uncharted territory here. As both teams get a standing point, who gets that second standing point? That's the question. As they put 7 minutes on the scoreboard clock in this league, the Grizzlies last season had 9 games past regulation. They were 3-4 when the game ended in OT and 2-0 when it ended in a shootout. In all 3 periods, the Growlers scored first, and then the Grizzlies answered with a tying goal. So Utah at no point here in regulation has had the lead. Let's see how regulation ended in terms of shots. Grizzlies had 38, and the Growlers had 35. Grizzlies got a first period goal from Aaron Aragon, a second period power play goal from Josh Wesley, and a third period goal from Tyler Penner. Newfoundland got a first period goal from Johnny Tykonik, a second period goal from Nolan Dillingham, and a third period goal from Grant Cruikshank. It'll be interesting to see who the 3 on the ice to start overtime are for both teams. For Newfoundland, you probably got to think about Cruikshank, who scored that third period goal. Johnny Tykonik probably is going to be their defenseman to start overtime. He's got 1 goal and 1 assist. For the Grizzlies, you got to think about some of your fast players like Brandon Cutler, Dakota Raby. Could they end up contributing? You probably look at Cole Gallant. He can end up playing a big role here. And Kyle Mayhew and Josh Wesley, those are going to be defensemen who are probably going to see a lot of time here in the extra session. So you put 7 minutes on the clock in this league. And if nobody scores in the 7 minutes, we'll have a shootout. Stapley's out there to take the face off, but it's won by the Growlers. We've started overtime. Growlers skate from right to left as they go behind their net as they want to spread the ice and take some time. Growlers now skate behind their net once again. I think that's Tykonik. As now he skates down the middle. Tykonik will zip it ahead. Growlers enter the zone. Bounced off a stick. It goes deeper in the Grizzlies' end. As Wesley moves to the near side, Grizzlies want to be patient with their approach. As Grizz back at neutral ice, that's Mayhew who drops it off as the Grizzlies get it back to Mayhew in front of Januzzi's net. Now Mayhew starts the attack. He gets around Isaac Johnson and moves it ahead. Grizzlies enter the zone. Grizz skate towards the left circle. Lefty shot. It's blocked away by McKay. Growlers gather it. As they're back in their own end, they spread the ice as we're 50 seconds into overtime. Pass ahead, bounced off a Growler stick, and it goes to Cutler. Cutler skates along the left side, gets to the zone. As he skates towards the left circle, siren pass, shot. Saved by McKay. Grizzlies thought they had it. Growlers move it ahead. They cross center. 3-on-1. Growlers. Isaac Johnson skates to the left side. Great poke check by Utah as they hustle towards the near side. That was Wesley. He moves it ahead. Getting a breakaway as McMaster will take a lefty shot. Saved by McKay. And the puck drifts out of play. Well, Utah had a good look as Messner had a breakaway from the right side and just skated slowly towards his left. Fired away, but McKay was able to make the save and keep the game alive. Like, good look by the Grizzlies there. It looked like the Growlers had a pretty good look. And the Grizzlies, Josh Wesley with a great poke check that led to the Messner breakaway. There's a fan in a Grizzlies sweater. As Messner will take the drives, get Campagna out there, but the Growlers win the faceoff. 5:40 left in overtime. We're tied at 3. Growlers skate down the middle as now they cross center ice. Left wing pass connects. Souther skates towards the left circle, gets around Wesley. Backhand shot saved by Januzzi. Rebound goes to Wesley. Wesley, the Grizzlies captain, will move it ahead to the left side. Grizzlies enter with speed. Grizz skate towards the left circle. Messner blows the tire. Campagna skates over there as taking the puck of the Growlers. Southers, the big 6'8" forward, crosses center ice. He gains line right side, veers off to the left. He'll take a lefty shot, and it goes wide. Getting it off the walls, Brian Hume. Long-range pass diagonally. Connects as the Grizzlies skate towards the left circle. Utah gets cut off as the Growlers back behind their net, chip it to their left. As Tate Singleton gets the puck. He gains line and veers off to the right. Singleton now on the right wing as he stops. Feeds to the left side for Tykonik. Tykonik back to Singleton, who couldn't handle it. Singleton gets it off the near wall. 4:47 and counting left in overtime. As the Growlers will skate towards their right. Gets poked back to the high slot for Tykonik. He's in the high slot. He veers off to the right circle. Tykonik collides with a teammate as the Growlers still at the puck. Ewan in the area. Grizzlies gather it. It rolls back to Newfoundland. We get a penalty. Who's it going to be on? As play is stopped, slashing's a call. And Singleton lost his stick. I think that's going to be a Grizzlies penalty. Yes, it is. It's going to be a Newfoundland power play in overtime. As Wesley was in the area, Singleton lost his stick, and the Grizzlies go to the box. We're not sure which Grizzly player is skating to the penalty box. Well, this video feed has done a terrible job of showing us relevant action after the play and relevant things. As Grizzlies get a penalty, somebody's in the box for 2 minutes here in overtime. So this is a critical penalty kill for the Grizzlies. Both teams have got a standing point tonight, and that's certainly going to benefit the Grizzlies. Who gets that second point, though? That's the question. For the Growlers, they've been more experienced in these overtime games this season. It's already their 10th past regulation. As the Grizzlies get a penalty, I wonder with as much time as we've seen since we've seen action, I wonder if one of the coaches has used their timeouts. It's still in fits, according to the ECHL box score that's in the box. 2 minutes for slashing, 2:34 into overtime. It's been a pretty good game for Brett Stapley, who gets a multiple-point contest. It's his 8th multiple-point game this season, and Stapley has 8 points in his last 4 games. So we imagine a timeout had been called probably by the Growlers. Really not sure. as Newfoundland gets a 4-on-3 power play in overtime. If the Grizzlies are successful in killing off this penalty, Fitz will come out of the box in 2 minutes as we're back to live action. Growlers win the draw. Tykonik over in the high slot as he'll feed it to the left side back to Tykonik, who fakes a shot. Now he gets to the right side. Growlers gather it, and Zach O'Brien dances around. Now he gets it to Tykonik, who switches places with O'Brien. Tykonik over to O'Brien down the middle. He chips it to Isaac Johnson, left side. Johnson, righty shot, and blocker saved by Januzzi. As it was about shoulder high, now it goes up top to Tykonik in the left side. As he glides towards his right, he's now in the high slot. He feeds it to the right circle. As O'Brien over to Johnson, back to Tykonik, who fakes a shot. Tykonik over to O'Brien. He'll take a righty shot, and it's blocked by a Grizzly stick. Growlers keep the puck. They're at their far goal line. They get to O'Brien as he'll skeet towards the high slot. O'Brien to Johnson. As Johnson in the left circle switches places with O'Brien. Johnson over to O'Brien, who surveys. Now he gets it across. One-timer saved by Januzzi. As the shot was taken by Tykonik, who's got 1 goal and 1 assist tonight. Halfway through Newfoundland's 4-on-3 power play in overtime. As Johnson in the left circle over to O'Brien down the middle. Back to Johnson. One-timer. What a save by Januzzi. As Grizzlies get it, they try to clear it out and fanned on it. Johnson over to the right side. Now to Tykonik. As it goes back over to the right side. As Growlers. That's Tykonik. He'll take a shot, and it's blocked away. Goes back to Tykonik. He'll drop it off for O'Brien, who skates towards his right. O'Brien, righty shot goes wide. As Growlers still in the offensive zone with the puck. Right side, they skate towards their left. Lefty shot, saved by Januzzi. As the puck goes back to Growler, they get it to the right side. Now back up top. Growlers get it back to the right side. Shot goes wide on a one-timer, and the puck exits the zone. Dante Januzzi's been a brick wall here in overtime. 14 seconds left in the power play. As Johnson, centering pass, shot. And it goes just wide. Januzzi might have gotten a piece of it. Yoon will clear it all the way out. The power play is over right now, and Fitz will come on. We'll skate 4-on-4 until the next whistle. Growlers get to center ice. Right wing pass goes through the legs of a Growler, and that was Berezowski. Grizzlies carry it across center ice. Berezowski on the back check. Grizzlies enter the zone, hiding behind the score bug. Utah still hiding behind, as I can't tell who that is. Fitz in the area as he's in the right point. Messner over there, but it's the Growlers that come out of the pile with the puck. 2 minutes left in overtime. Growlers get to the right wing. They skate towards the right circle. Backhand shot saved by Januzzi. Grizzlies gather it as Fitz carries it across center ice 2-on-1. Fitz right side shot and score! Grizzlies win! Grizzlies win! Grizzlies win! And Dylan Fitz is the hero tonight. He gets his 4th goal of the season as Utah finally wins on the road. And there is no doubt about it. As Dylan Fitz is the hero as he scored from the right circle on a throwback slap shot that went past Dryden McKay. What a victory for the Grizzlies. Dante Januzzi was a brick wall on Newfoundland's power play, and the Grizzlies come away with a huge victory in the series opener. Boy, Dylan Fitz came in clutch. He committed the penalty that gave Newfoundland a power play, and the Grizzlies did an amazing job on the penalty kill, even though the Growlers had the puck in the offensive zone for just about the entire power play, and Dylan Fitz just skated down the right wing, found himself an open look, and he scored from that spot on the ice over and over again in his Grizzlies career. What a victory for Utah as they get the monkey of the road off their back. As they finally have won on the road, they now have won 4 in a row, and the Grizzlies are playing their best hockey of the season. Dylan Fitz gets the overtime game winner. Dante Januzzi put together a star effort in net as he gets his 5th victory of the season, and the Grizzlies, boy, what a sweet victory as they just, they never had a lead up until the very end. Their only lead came late in overtime as Dylan Fitz played the role of the hero as Utah gets a 4-3 overtime win. We'll come back and have the post-game report as it's a happy victory for the Grizzlies. Well, it was certainly sweet and certainly needed for the Grizzlies to get off the schneid on the road. Final score, Utah 4, Newfoundland 3 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm. And our lights on. It's the power behind the team. And a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
The Grizzlies get a road victory in the series opener at Newfoundland as they start 2024 in style as Dylan Fitz gets an unassisted overtime game winner, 5:09 into the extra session. That's the first overtime game for the Grizzlies this season. They are now 1-0 past regulation. And Dylan Fitz, the native of Ontario, is the one that comes out as a hero. Now, it's kind of interesting. You talk about, these days the young kids think that GOATs are greatest of all times. Well, it used to be the GOAT was the guy that cost your team the game. Fitz got a slashing minor, 2:34 into overtime. That gave the Growlers a 2-minute 4-on-3 power play. Well, the Growlers had 5 shots in overtime. Most of them came on that power play. Dante Januzzi just made one big save after another. As the Growlers had some outstanding scores on the ice, and Tykonik and Isaac Johnson and Zach O'Brien. Grizzlies were able to kill off the penalty, making it 4-on-4 until there was the next whistle. Well, there wasn't another whistle as it looked like the Growlers took a shot and then the puck just kicked towards Fitz. Maybe it came off the stick of Januzzi, who could get an assist on it. But Fitz just skated along the right side unimpeded, got to the right circle, and then just kind of fired a throwback-looking slap shot that just went past Dryden McKay for the game winner. And Fitz has scored a lot of goals in a Grizzlies uniform that exact way, where he just skates along the right side, very matter-of-factly, just north-south towards the circle, and then just kind of firing away. And he's great at those type of shots. That's probably one of his best strengths as a player. And what can you say? Dylan Fitz, the hero. And one of the great things about tonight's game, the very balanced attack. I mean, Brett Stapley had 2 assists, and Aaron Aragon ended up with 1 goal and 1 assist. Otherwise, it felt like the Grizzlies had contributions from every forward line. It looked like in the third period, Ryan Kanasowicz switched up his forward lines. It looked like there was different combinations out in the ice, and it was tough to really spot which forwards are with who. They're late in regulations. The Grizzlies were just somehow looking to find a way to get their first road victory, and they did so. Interestingly enough, as I mentioned before, the Fitz overtime game winner is the only time the Grizzlies had a lead in the entire game, as the Growlers either had a 1-goal lead or it was tied throughout the game. Growlers scored first tonight. Johnny Tykonik gets his 5th of the year, with Tate Singleton getting the assist. That was 9:41 into the first period. Grizzlies scored later on as Kyle Mayhew had the puck. He was in the left circle, got towards the near goal line, fed it out in front to Aragon, who put it away for his 3rd in a Grizzlies uniform and 5th overall this season. Mayhew now has an assist in 4 straight games for Brett Stapley. You talk about a guy that had 14 assists in the month of December, and he just picked up right where he left off here to start 2024. The score was tied at 1 after 1 period. The Grizzlies outshot the Growlers 15-13 in the first period. Early in the second, Nolan Dillingham got a one-timer from the right side on a pass from Jordan Escott, and Dillingham found the back of the net with Tykonik and Escott getting the assists. Dilly gets his 3rd of the year, as the first 2 goals for the Growlers were both scored by defensemen. Tykonik, who's going to the ECHL All-Star Classic, had 1 goal and 1 assist. Mayhew's the Grizzlies All-Star representative. He ended the night with 1 assist, and Mayhew also was a +1 on the evening. Grizzlies got a power play. It was a rare power play as Josh Victor got a hooky minor, 9:31 in. The Grizzlies capitalized as Cole Gallant was in the right side, got it across to Josh Wesley, who fired a one-timer from the left circle into the back of the net. It's Wesley's 6th goal of the season. He now has a power play goal in 2 straight games. Gallant and Stapley each had 16 points in the month of December. Gallant picks up his 14th assist of the season. And for Brett Stapley, he got a 2nd of the night and 21st assist of the season. Score was tied at 2 after 2 periods. Both teams had 1 goal in the frame. Utah outshot Newfoundland 17-14 in the second period. Growlers took a 3-2 lead as they got a power play after Tyler Penner got a cross-checking minor. 3:16 in, and Grant Cruikshank scored his 14th of the year. Looked like Januzzi was just kind of a scramble play out in front. Januzzi was on his backside, and Cruikshank was able to find the back of the net. Zach O'Brien and Jackson Berezowski picked up the assists. Grizzlies tied it up on a 5-on-5 goal as Penner got his 4th of the year. Cody Caron and Aaron Aragon with the assist. So Aragon ended the night with 1 goal and 1 assist. And for the Grizzlies Iron Man, Tyler Penner, that's one of the biggest goals he scored in a Utah uniform as he tied it up 13-10 into the third period. There weren't as many shots on goal in the third frame as the Growlers outshot the Grizzlies 8-6 in the third period. So this season, at least, uncharted territory for the Grizzlies, as they haven't seen overtime yet this season. And they're the only team in the league coming into play tonight that could say that. Really, the turning point could have been the Dylan Fitz slashing minor, 2:34 in. Growlers had 5 shots in overtime. Most of them came on that power play. Boy, Dante Januzzi came up huge. And the Grizzlies' defensive unit in front of Januzzi, I think they had multiple combinations there on that penalty kill. I saw Brian Yoon out there at one point. Just about everybody that was on that penalty kill were outstanding in keeping it a tie game. Even though the Growlers had the puck in the offensive zone for quite a bit in overtime, Grizzlies were able to kill off the penalty. And then while skating 4-on-4, which was going to be the case once Fitz came out of the box until the next whistle, puck ended up with Fitz to the right side, and he just kind of skated north-south towards his favorite spot in the right circle and fired away as it got past Dryden McKay for the game winner. Fitz gets his 4th goal of the season. Right now it's listed as unassisted, 5:09 into overtime. So the Grizzlies come away with their first road victory of the season. Their record now goes to 12-17 on the year. They're 1-11 on the road and 11-6 at Maverick Center. As for the Growlers, they do get a standing point tonight. Their record goes to 14-12-5. They now have 33 standings points and a record of 7-4-2 at Mary Brown Center. So the 3 stars of the game, Johnny Tykonik, the Newfoundland defenseman, who's their all-star representative. He's the number 3 star. He had 1 goal and 1 assist and a +2 rating. The number 2 star is Aaron Aragon, who had 1 goal and 1 assist. He had 3 shots on goal. He's the number 2 star. The number 1 star is Dylan Fitz, who picked up the game winner on his 3rd shot of the night. Fitzel +1, and obviously it's one he'll never forget. The native of Ontario scores in his home country as the Grizzlies come away with a big victory, 4-3 in overtime, as they have now won 4 in a row. The 4-game winning streak is the longest of the season, and really it's a good way to jumpstart the Grizzlies into 2024. And regardless of what happens in overtime tonight, and obviously regardless of whether the Grizzlies won in overtime tonight, you had to feel pretty good about the effort. It felt like the Grizzlies and Growlers played a pretty evenly based game. Both teams had a power play goal. Both teams are pretty even on the shot count. Grizzlies ended up with 41, and the Growlers had 40. Obviously, Fitz's shot made the difference as the Grizzlies outshot the Growlers by 1, and they scored by 1. I thought both teams put together a pretty good effort defensively. And for Utah, we kind of talk about, needing that balanced scoring attack. It's not going to be any one guy that's going to be the constant. It's going to have to be a team effort, and that's what the Grizzlies put together here tonight. It was a team effort as they got goals from 4 different players. They got multiple point games from Aragon, who had 1 goal and 1 assist, and Brett Stapley with his 2 assists. He leads the club now with 8 multiple point games on the season. Well, the great thing about winning the first game of the set is the Grizzlies can clinch a series victory tomorrow afternoon. Well, it's going to be a night game over in Newfoundland, a 7 p.m. local start there, but it's going to start in the afternoon hours here in the Salt Lake Valley. It's going to start at 3:30 with coverage beginning at 3:20 as the Grizzlies look for their 5th in a row, as they have now won 4 in a row. And I think for all Grizzlies fans, it has to feel great to finally get a road victory this season. Dylan Fitz plays the role of the hero. He scored an overtime game winner, 5:09 into the extra session. And you think about the extra 2 minutes of overtime. I mean, normally in the NHL and even the AHL, if I remember right, they only have 5-minute overtime sessions. So time would have ran out and we would have gone to a shootout. And you talk about some of the rule changes in the sport of hockey. That's one that I really like and something I think that the NHL and AHL should really examine. You think about 5-minute overtimes, some games are going to end in overtime, but more often than not, you're going to get a shootout. You add an extra 2 minutes of overtime, you get a situation like this where the game can end in the flow of, normal play, as opposed to, shootouts are fun, and that can be a fun way to end a game. Let's face it, ending in overtime is the way to go. And really the rule that you got in the ECHL with 7-minute overtimes made the difference and kept play alive. And the Grizzlies were able to score in that final 2 minutes of the overtime session. So Utah gets a victory tonight, and we'll see if they'll pick up another one tomorrow evening, as obviously they'll have some time there. It's not really good weather, apparently, over in Newfoundland, as it seemed like they've got a blizzard over there. But, hey, for the Grizzlies, it's just one of those things we talked about kind of carrying over. A really good series against Tulsa last weekend at Maverick Center. Can they carry it over to the road? And certainly tonight they were able to do so. Well, how about wrap things up here, as Grizzlies will be carefully watching, and probably not too much so, but, keeping an eye on that Allen and Wichita game, as those are the two teams the Grizzlies are currently battling for positioning in the Mountain Division. And with the victory, the Grizzlies have passed Wichita for sixth place, as Wichita takes on Allen tonight. That game just getting underway over at Intrust Bank Arena. So obviously got Flow Sports. If you're on Flow Sports right now, watch some of those other games within the division. Rapid City and Tulsa, Allen and Wichita should be an interesting matchup. And later on tonight, Reading takes on the Idaho Steelheads. I'll wrap things up here as we're hanging out in the Grizz Cave at Maverick Center, and we want to apologize once again to the YouTube audience. They were trying to do the best we can to describe the game. Unfortunately, between whistles, we're given absolutely no credible, we're just seeing the stands. We're just seeing people dancing around. And really part of the trick of doing this, and, part of the trick of calling a hockey game, is you want to be able to see the line changes, who's coming in, who's coming out. So you want to be able to anticipate who's on the ice at any given moment, and we're unable to do so. So it just makes things a lot tougher, and unfortunately, we're unable to identify jersey numbers as well as we'd like, and really just based on how I like to call the game, this is not the ideal setup. But, hopefully we had some fun along the way, and hey, if you're a Grizzlies fan, the Grizz came out on the right note here, 4-3 in overtime as they get the victory, and so that's all that really matters at the end of the day. Once again, the game went 2 hours and 23 minutes and in front of a sparse crowd of 1,604, partly due to the blizzard over in the Newfoundland area. Dylan Fitz is the hero tonight. He scored an overtime game winner, 5:09 into the extra session. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. I'm sure if you're a Grizzlies fan, you certainly like the outcome, as Utah comes away with a 4-3 overtime game winner, as Dylan Fitz is the hero tonight. Utah now 1-0 past regulation this season, and they are 1-0 on the road in the 2024 calendar year. So, hey, maybe things are looking up for the Grizzlies here in the new calendar year. Get a road victory, get a play in overtime, and who knows, maybe 2024 will be the year my luck finally turns around as well. Well, that'll wrap things up. Next broadcast of Grizzlies hockey will be on Saturday night. 3:20 pregame show, 3:30 face-off. I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is. You've been listening to the Grizzlies Hockey Network, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.